gon' do it straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
For your DJ. CEO made a beat and you know this go retarded.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Do it straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana.
For your DJ. CEO made a beat and you know this go retarded.
Come on. Come on.
Do you need intros or outros for your business logo or social media platforms? Do you need an animated commercial for your business or products? Let me help you bring your ideas to life with one of these services. 3D animated explainer videos and presentations. Whiteboard animation. music visualization videos, corporate, educational, and infographic video presentations, YouTube video creation and editing.
Are you promoting your business or events like this? Posting pictures of flyers and your business cards? Having a problem managing all your social media platforms? Let me create eye-catching promotional advertisements for your business or events that can be used on all social media platforms. I can create a social media marketing plan and posting schedule that will make your life easier. Contact me at Gold Star Administrative Logistics.
Hey, you just entered 1000 Watt Radio. You entered the room. Hit the like button. If you digging what you hearing, subscribe.
And if you really want to help me out, like I said before, like it, and leave a comment. Help your boy get into the algorithm.
When you drop in, you'll hear tracks like this. 1000 Watts Radio.
Yeah, let's go. There's not a man that I fear. There's nobody here that can stop me. Cause I'm in a league of my own, yeah. Y'all can just sit back and watch me. They know who I am, they can't imitate. Don't stay in your lane, I'ma set it straight. I'm putting my way to the top. You get in my way, you know that I'ma renovate. You know I'm about to lock it. All my monster neighbors looking for just like the
Where are they coming to her at?
In the hood. They can never reach me where I'm at. Another way, she touched me.
She look like she slide down the corner right now.
You can't stop me, can't run it. I'm untouchable, yeah. 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 I'm untouchable, yeah.
Coming up next on Super Sunday on Red Lipstick Vibes.
Some young women.
Well, it's interesting. When it comes to sort of thinking about the impact of dads on their daughters, what we see basically is that daughters are more likely to flourish educationally and even later on in life professionally when they've had an involved dad who's engaged with them in their lives. And
many things when I was 10 years old. So listening to you and seeing OG dad come up, preach, tell the boys what he got to tell the boys.
Just make you feel good when we are in our place as a man. And I got to tell all the brothers, those that have kids, family, do your responsibility.
The girls, where the man's at?
Husband or boyfriend, I'm asking you a question, where is your man?
But let's talk about why they're hoes though. They don't have their father. I mean, they don't have their father around. Because if their father is around, the father will beat both their asses. They don't have their father around.
Women are out here raising little bitty miniature prostitutes.
Glad I got in the end to know his side. He was a very unintelligent man with not a great support system, with not great mentors. Growing up in a society in the 50s and the 60s. So I can't put that much blame on him. So a forgiving heart is awesome. And I hope there's a lot of fatherless daughters that would be able to have that because it's very peaceful, to be able to forgive him and move on with my life and be able to raise my daughters with a great man,
You know how we do it in the NOLA, babe. It's about to go down. I'm reppin' 6-1, baby. I'm from that 504. If you don't know, they call me Creole food. Louisiana, baby. Cooking in the kitchen, it be hot. Turn up the store, Martin Luther coming to my spot. Jambalaya gumbo, them po' boys and pork beans. Creole cuisine, fulfilling big dreams. Louisiana, baby.
You must be crazy, lady. If you think I won't snatch this mic and make it high like Giddy, I'm Louis on some baby. I put jazz on my baby. New Orleans on no maybe. I blew that home like this. And what a wonderful world, I made that song go crazy. I told her around the globe, you know they had to pay me, baby. And I was getting too. I got 2 Grammys, boo. The first black radio host, yeah, I been the truth.
Louisiana, baby. Now we're gonna break it down to the 60s. Get out your good marching shoes. Cause we about to go around the castle. Hey, we finna shut it down. They came up in my time. I'm free to walk. I've been marching in the cotton in the feet. Pull up a chair, baby. I need to rest my feet. We segregated schools and hospitals. Put that work in. Protesting, detesting, segregate. We boycotting.
Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibes are always positive. Now, child, listen, there's a little disclaimer, okay? All views and opinions are not the views of the host. This is a space for all to share their views respectfully and on topic, baby. If you are triggered or bothered by someone's opinions or thoughts, address them directly. Do not come for me, child. There is no censorship here unless you are targeting someone personally with the intent of being messy and rude. Let me be clear. We are here to understand all thoughts, views, and address the topics or questions that are being asked. I want to keep the conversation going to gain understanding from all men and women, respectfully. Now, let's start the show, baby.
We gonna do it straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Boy for your DJ.
CEO made the beat and you know this go retarded.
Lord have mercy. And are we here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibe, where the vibe is always positive. How y'all doing on this lovely, lovely Sunday?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Brother, sis out here? Okay, I do.
Yes, 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
Yes, there you go. Hey, welcome to Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive, and welcome to Promote Conscious Parenting on the Other Side. How y'all feeling? Y'all ready?
All right, all right. How you doing over there? Sun is down, feeling good.
No. I got a cucumber in my hand right now. I'm trying to eat something right now. Teddy must have got kicked off. Yeah, today was a rough one. That's why we are off camera right now, because child, look, I didn't have time to do my hair. brothers and sisters know when I get fixated on something, yeah, I just forget about everything. So yeah. So we on camera tonight. Y'all know what we look like. But brothers and sisters, how did you guys do today? How y'all feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Just staying busy, not
Mm-hmm.
doing too much, to overexert one's self. But besides that, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. How you feel, babe? Full now?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, sis.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Just staying busy throughout the day. You know what I mean? And 6 o'clock comes pretty fast, so
Right.
we getting it done though. But don't overdo it. Don't push yourself too hard. It's a marathon, not a race. It's your first time, so
Yeah.
take your time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he still cooked this evening, so that was good. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah. So thank you.
What did you cook, brother?
He made some salmon.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very
butter
nice.
sauce
Little
and a
butter
chili-
sauce, chili glaze.
Chili good.
It kind of
Oh,
it was nice.
I like chili glaze. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And subscribe to everybody's channel. And please make sure you guys subscribe to Sophisticated Beasley, who is another tribe member. I'm trying to find Teddy, where's your thingy baby?
I'm right here.
So Teddy, why don't you introduce yourself to some, everybody may not know who you are, and tell a little bit about your podcast while we get all this stuff going on.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Dearest Teddy of the Sophisticated Grizzly Podcast. We broadcast every single Wednesday at 8:15, and we talk about a myriad of different things. As a matter of fact, this week coming up, we're getting ready to do the AI versus song challenge. So we're going to have people picking their own songs, and we're going to see who's the best. Me and Mr. He said will be facilitating and doing that. So we're going to see who got the real talent out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for. I'm still working on my song. Okay.
I know.
Don't get on me. But I would definitely have it on time. On the time.
I got you.
That makes sense. I'm dropping the link to Teddy's podcast. So everyone, please make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel.
I appreciate it.
Sophisticated Grizzly. There it is right there. And as y'all know, you know what we do. The same thing every time. 5 memberships. One of the perks of having a membership is that after every live show goes on directly on membership after the show. So you can't go back and watch, you can't download, you can't snip, you can't do nothing if you do not have a membership. So it pays to have a membership. Also, support the Paper Towel Fund. Autism awareness. Kids rock. So we got that going. And also, those who want to promote conscious parenting side, brother. Oh, I'm gonna have to do it on this side. Hold on. I forgot. I think I need to do it over this side. Hold on one second, y'all. Oh, make sure y'all hit the subscribe to their channel. I'm about to drop the link in the chat as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Those are on that side. Make sure y'all support. Hit that Cashapp on the other side as well. So, y'all ready for this conversation?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Y'all ready? See, they talking about food in the chat. Come on, y'all. Y'all know I'm over here hungry. So why did I want to talk about this? I don't know. Well, there's a lot of reasons I want to talk about it, but So today we're going to talk about fathers and daughter relationships. Which I think is very important. Especially, sis and I, we talk a lot about you know, the state of our women today. And sometimes we forget that the women used to be girls, right? And a lot of times the behaviors and things that are being exhibited as women start when they are girls. So today I want to talk about father and daughter relationships and the importance of having a meaningful, positive relationship with your fathers. Okay. Um, Hold on, guys. I'm waiting for my. I don't know. Lord have mercy. My little thing is not coming up for some reason. But anyway, so I usually have like an icebreaker. Child, I forgot to upload that too. So it's a lot going on. But let us get this out the way real quick. So brother, did you upload the thumbnail for Sister Show? Oh, that's right. You over here, sis. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't no need for a thumbnail. I just, you just
Taking it light.
get right to it.
They know what it is.
We know why we do.
I do have one announcement. So you know that April is Autism Awareness Month, and I usually do a week long of giving out information and resources for autism. So in April, make sure you guys look out for the Autism Awareness Symposium on Red Lipstick Vibes. It's going to be for April 14th through the 21st. So we'll have various speakers talking on different topics. So if you have any questions, do you know someone that have a child or adult with autism? Please let them know. And if they have anything that they need some information on, just shoot me an email, shoot me a comment, and I will definitely get them for them. So please keep that in mind. That is April 14th through the 21st. Okay. All right. And the other announcement is, so the Mommy Dearest mini series is going on. The next install of the Mommy Dearest series will be not this month. Okay, so I was going to do it tomorrow, but look, I think I need to take a break. Okay, guys, can I take a break? Thank you. I think I need to take a break. So the next installment to the Mommy Dearest will be Monday the 10th. Okay. And then I'll let you know exactly what syndrome we're going to be addressing then. I don't like to tell people stuff ahead of time because you know what they be doing, okay?
Beat biters, dope style takers, tell you to your face, you ain't nothing but a faker.
What is y'all? Oh, okay.
Brother Teddy know what we talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
you don't lost me because I just y'all be singing them songs and rapping and stuff, and I be lost.
We gotta brush you up on your hip hop, man.
Yes.
We gotta get her, brother
Common
Teddy.
sense ain't common.
We gotta get her. You gotta come
yeah.
over to the hip hop side, sis.
I mean, I know some hip hops.
Yeah, you do. We're gonna get to a couple of specific ones. This one is from MC Light back in the days, like 80s, early 90s. So
Yeah. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
you was in
MC
church.
Light,
You was in
baby.
church.
Baby. Okay. I was in
She
church.
was on the train with Georgie Porgy.
She's in church.
That's right somewhere.
She talked about everybody. Sam.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's get this party started.
Right.
So, everyone in the chat and on the panel, do you know what fatherless syndrome is? Teddy? What do you think fatherless syndrome is?
I wouldn't know the technical. I wouldn't know the technical meaning behind it, but I would think that the pretty much the downfall of the household, um, the your children not seeing the other side of what parenting is supposed to look like, and basically chaos.
Very good. Brother and sis?
Oh man, when you put the word syndrome behind it, I just think of a domino effect for the most part, where it kind of affects all the moving parts that equal our family, whether it's in the home, outside the home, behaviors that's exhibited, tendencies, the possibility of things happen, probability, all of those things I think may be a part of the fatherless syndrome because it may, accompany a lot of different components and parts.
Right. Good job, guys. What do you guys think in the chat? What do you guys think fatherless syndrome is? And don't Google it and chat GPT.
Cheers.
They done already hit Google.
Don't do none of that.
They already hit it. They already hit it.
Let me help y'all out. Fatherless daughter syndrome. Fatherless daughter syndrome refers to the psychological and emotional challenges faced by girls who grow up without a consistent parental figure. Whether the father was physically absent, emotionally unavailable, or abusive can further impact the daughter's experience. That is what the fatherless daughter syndrome is. Okay. So today, and guys, if you know someone that has a daughter, a father that has a daughter, whether they're in their life or not, send this out because we're going to explore the positives and the positives and the negatives of the positive sides of having a father in your life, and then the negative sides of not being in your daughter's life, and how that's going to impact her for the rest of her life. And y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn self. But anyway, I digress. Shame, shame, shame. We're shaming you fathers today that are not in your daughter's lives.
That's a fact.
We are shaming you today.
Absolutely.
We always get pushed back because they always say we always shaming the women, but we gonna shame the men today. Okay.
Here we go. We equal opportunists.
Oh yeah. Everybody can get this work, man.
Everybody gonna get this work over here. All right. I got my slides, y'all. The importance of a father-daughter relationship. Fathers play a crucial role in their daughters' lives by significantly impacting their self-esteem, confidence, and sense of security, acting as a positive role model who teaches them the important life lessons and shape their perception of healthy relationships with men. Let's keep that in mind. We're going to revisit that part. A strong father-daughter bond can lead to a daughter feeling more emotionally stable and capable of navigating future relationships with greater ease. While mothers are crucial in their own right, the role of a father brings a different dimension to parenting that is critical for a balanced upbringing of a daughter. Oh, Lord, okay. The alarm going. Sorry that my alarm went off. So, Brother Teddy, men, what do you guys think about the statement?
1000%. 1000%. When you see it firsthand, that's why we're not really giving any fathers any excuses, because I don't have any biological kids yet. I raised a daughter, because, I don't divorce children if I divorce the parent. And there are other kids that are in my life that I would, call sons and daughters and things of that nature. I don't throw away children. Children need role models and parents and fathers and especially fathers in their lives, because navigating through this world and um, trying to understand dating, trying to understand how to be a lady, trying to understand how to be within your strength. That takes for your dad to teach you a lot of those things, how you're supposed to be treated, um, the way that you view the world from that aspect. It's a necessary thing. And I think a lot of these dads that choose not to be in their daughter's life, first of all, you're missing a wonderful experience. That's number one. And number two, you are doing not only your daughter, but the generations that she brings into the world a disservice.
Brother.
That was well said. Well said. Agree with the statement and with my brother Teddy. Incredibly pivotal we are as men, as fathers, as components to the family, not, just being fathers, being components to the family, helping everybody kind of see the bigger picture. I think is admirable and honorable. And again, like brother said, the fellas who don't do that are doing the world a disservice. Not only their child, because the product that we get, the end result that we get, is a little unique, and she has to be shielded. She has to be reaffirmed. She has to, be told that she is worthy. That maybe
Your mic went out, brother.
that's okay. Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. I was just speaking to the finished product that we see, and sometimes a lot of men, a lot of people have to do work for these young ladies, have to kind of fill in those holes and put those puzzle pieces together. So I would just be more sensitive as men to the lives that we create, especially when there's girls, because they need to be guided and molded, and a man is going to be instrumental in that. So I agree with the statement, and I agree with the brother, and absolutely with the topic.
Sis, you hear me, Marie?
Oh man, the gentleman filled in greatly, as I knew they would.
Yep.
I'm a product of being a fatherless daughter. It's not that I didn't know my father, but I didn't have him in the ideal sense that my daughters have their father. Um, so it traumatized me in ways. It built me up in ways. But I was never without men, in my life. Having the brothers and my mother having her boyfriends, which was my stepfathers. So there was always a man around, but I did feel abandoned. I felt a sense of lack of self-worth at times through my growing and developing as a young girl. To walk the street and people say, you're so beautiful, you're so beautiful. And well, why doesn't my father come for me? You know what I mean? Like that savior mentality, the protector. The money wasn't the thing for me. It was the presence, the idea of having that daddy, like what you saw on TV. So not having that, it definitely caused some problems. It definitely shaped my mindset to some degree. But again, it was something that I needed to work through. I didn't want to hate him, because in hating him, I was hating myself. So, growing up and finding ways to understand his side, his development, who he was as a man, separately from my mother, separately from trying to raise a family back in those days, not just a family, but a biracial family in the 70s. It was something different, neither one of them had no type of knowledge background. So, just learning to understand. So I always try to promote and preach to girls to get that side, search for that man, that father, that you didn't know, and if it doesn't work out, you ain't missing nothing. You know what I mean? But just to know that other side is something detrimental that I think we all need as humans. We want to know where we come from, so we can know where we're going.
Right, I agree. So let us look at some of the positive impacts of having a father in your life. Positive impact. They are usually more secure and more content in their romantic relationships. They do better academically or get good grades. They make better choices in who they date, spend time with, and marry. They feel more confident and better about themselves. They are usually assertive but not aggressive. And women who grow up with emotionally absent fathers can make bad choices in their lives and have low self-esteem. Let's look at the negative impacts, and then we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. Negative impacts: emotional distress, relationship challenges, self-esteem issues, mental health concerns, decision-making difficulties, anger and resentment, coping mechanisms, establishing self-worth and identity, having problems establishing self-worth and identity, difficulty in forming and maintaining relationships, fear of abandonment and trusting others, father hunger, you don't want to talk about that one, and longing for parental love, seeking validation from others, poor communication, feeling of abandonment and rejection. Any comments on the negatives or the positives, guys?
Nah, all of that was on point. The positive impact slide is still up there. I'm not sure if you got one for the negative impacts. Perfect.
Oh, yes. Yeah. What? Y'all didn't see it? Oops. Let me take the positive
Yeah,
down.
it didn't change on the
Yep,
screen.
you good.
There
Yep.
you go.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Perfect.
All right, this the negative one, y'all. I'm sorry about that.
Nah, spot on. Anybody?
Yeah,
No, I agree with a lot of that.
it's 1000%. Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
father hunger. I would love to dive deeper into that one.
Yeah.
I'm not completely aware. I got an idea. And
Me too.
also seeking validation from others. I played a video yesterday. I'll play it again today if y'all want, with Dr. Umar saying, they're constantly going to be seeking validation, always in somebody else's face. If you go away for a week or 2 weeks, or so
Right.
that those character traits are something to look out for.
And I see it as that latchkey kid syndrome. When I look at me and my brothers not having our father, we always connected ourselves with other families, extended families. So if they found a friend that was cool and their mother was okay with all of us being there, we would congregate there. And if I found some friends and they welcomed us all in, we would all congregate there. I mean, like moving in type shit. So I always say we had people take care of us, but they didn't get cut a check. So we were lucky. The women were different than what I see today. So now we here and we have to discuss this because it's a real thing. So fathers are needed and necessary.
It's very necessary. More than ever, because some of y'all daddies need to go and get y'all children's. Okay.
Yes.
Y'all need to go get your children's.
Them homes ain't as wholesome.
Okay. Because these hyenas.
Yeah, man.
They got strippers.
Yeah. And
Y'all need to get your babies. I'm just saying.
And fellas, I implore you, please, please, please make better decisions in who you have your children with.
Yes.
Please make better decisions. Please understand that fat ass may actually come with a jail sentence, and your child might be sent through the ringer. Simply because she looked good doesn't mean she is good.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Lord have mercy, Teddy. Okay. We going there. Yeah. Okay. Teddy ain't playing today.
The thing about it is, I'm just gonna just a quick story for a second. When I got around my daughter, she was 14 years old. Now, we should never. First of all, a man of my age at the time, I think I was 36, maybe 37. You know, of course, you're going to be leery about a man in that age bracket being around a 14-year-old girl. So I had to, number one, establish that I'm not a friend. I am a mentor, a teacher, whatever it is. But I'm your mother's husband. I'm here for you, but there's not a thing where we're not peers. So I had to make sure up front, because I think that was something that was happening before, where the previous were trying to act like peers. I set a tone immediately to knowing that you're safe. I got you, and as long as I'm in your life, and as long as I'm alive, you will be safe. There's nothing that's going to get to you. And it took some time, of course, because I'm coming in this young lady's life as she's 14 years old. But then I stayed diligent, I stayed consistent, and I remained the dad. I was never a homeboy. I was never any of that. I was the dad. And to this day, when I talk to my baby, we get on the phone for 2.5, 3 hours, and it is the most prideful thing in the world for her to call me dad. It's a beautiful thing for me.
Yes, indeed.
I know that's
Yes,
right.
indeed. Salute to my brother. And my story will come from the other side of the spectrum. Seeing the missus not have the most fruitful relationship with her dad, and encouraging her to kind of 180 that. Like, he's still alive. Like, you have an opportunity to make that different. So she actually did that. And when he was no longer here, she was able to give him his hospice care before he left us. And I was able to sit down with him and look him in his eyes and tell him, I got your daughter, man. If it's anything you don't have to worry about, it's your daughter. She is good. She got somebody that loves her. Absolutely. That man loved me. But to be able to sit down with him and tell him, as a man to the father of a daughter that was, a little latchkey and felt the way you felt, and y'all had the relationship, for me to sit down and tell him, I got her, man. You don't have to worry about that. That felt good to me and him as well, to know his daughter found a man that was better than the man that brought her into the world. Like,
And that's what
I'm
he
down
said.
for her.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think both of my parents had that in mind. Our goal was to make sure y'all were better than us, education wise. Just not that they were successful, in their relationship, but looking at their history, they did do better than what their parents did. At least we know who he is. That's his mindset. So, it was a beautiful thing.
Okay, that's powerful, man. That's very powerful.
Appreciate it.
So let's start with education and career. Let's see what I have here. The positive impact.
And young women.
Well, it's interesting. When it comes to sort of thinking about the impact of dads on their daughters, what we see basically is that daughters are more likely to flourish educationally and even later on in life professionally when they've had an involved dad who's engaged with them in their lives. And so there's a way in which both fatherhood and marriage, done right, of course, are really today, I think, acting in service of the cause of women's progress. We have to. So my research, for instance, shows that young women who have come from an intact family are more likely to be flourishing in the labor market in their late 20s compared to young women who haven't had that in their background. So again, there's a way in which today girls and women benefit from having an active father.
And this is across class lines.
Across class lines.
So there's no excuse. You can't say it's just black people. It's across all classes and all races. Okay. Fathers impact academic and career success. When fathers are involved, daughters do better at school. Encouragement from fathers to pursue education and careers can significantly boost a daughter's aspiration and achievements. Positive reinforcement from a dad helps girls develop a can-do attitude towards school and work. Helping them with their projects or homework, or simply motivating them to take on challenging courses can give daughters the confidence to do well and achieve career and economic success. Being there for them, let me say that again, being there for them, like showing up to their plays, recitals, or games can also have a positive and lasting impact. Fathers introduce different solutions and perspectives that help daughters learn problem-solving skills. This diversity strengthens cognitive and social abilities. Often, fathers encourage their daughters to take risks, be it in sports, academics, or personal decisions. This encouragement can foster independence and resilience. Comments?
1000% agree. 1000% agree. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm extremely proud of my daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but I think even especially even with like when she was playing soccer, I had never in my life seen a soccer game. I never paid attention to soccer, and I'm like, so what do they do? What's happening? So I know they kicked the ball around, but I had no idea like who played what part and whatever. But when I went up there, I'm a football guy. So when I went there to see her game, I'm cheering on this young lady like I'm watching a football game. And man, I think I embarrassed the hell out of her, but she could tell that I was there for her, that I had her back. And as far as them being great in academia, my daughter has a degree in graphic design, and she's working in her field right now. So it's definitely the absolute truth.
Francis?
A man in the house requires structure, in my opinion. Just from my childhood, my stepfather, 8 years old, we moved into this house. But before that, the house we lived in, the way we lived was dysfunctional. It was like what I speak of today. Clothes all over the place, no order, just it wasn't a place conducive for learning and growing children. So moving in with him at 8, and it was a total 180. He has a big old house. It was clean carpet. You couldn't wear shoes on the carpet, and chores every Saturday, and no TV. You know what I mean? It was rules, boundaries set, and they were pretty damn clear. So I saw the difference. And again, to grow up in those latchkey homes and the way women ran things, it was quite different. And I noticed. So I was really young to notice that a man is quite needed and necessary. And for those reasons specifically, I'm not even going to hold you. And my husband absolutely set that standard in our home and the way we lived, especially when we started to raise our children. So even if it held me accountable and to be more responsible, because I'm just thinking, if I was to do it by myself and I have to work, it's going to be a lot of lackadaisical things going on, right? Because shit, I'm tired,
Right.
Watch the TV till your eyes are bleeding, and all of this and all of that. So in my opinion, yeah, definitely needed and necessary. They definitely set a certain tone in the home, respectfully, even if it's just their strength and power, knowing that you can get your ass beat. Even if that's not happening, you know what I mean? I think it's the fear of a child, because women, they grow up with us nurturing and pacifying and, having all the fun and silly and giggling, and mom's real emotional. They see us cry and laugh and switch that shit up like we bipolar, Daddy don't do that.
Right.
So they know when daddy says something or he has to speak on, hey, watch yourself, it's different. It really might send chills down their spine. Like, okay, let me get my shit together.
Right.
That's those fathers who are like that, because some are real docile and passive and suckers and get ran over and bullied by their fucking children.
Damn.
So you know one.
Oh,
I'm here to tell you, daddy, you ain't shit. That's something. Daddy don't respond? Yeah. I don't know. That's unique.
Damn, hashtag sucker dad. Damn.
All right.
A lot of them.
Oh my goodness, Lord Jesus. This is like you suckers. All right. So we done with the education part, right? Oh, but I got a question. What's this? So for brothers and sisters, so do you find that you're making the decision to homeschool? It has that become a better experience as far as like brother, you can be more involved in her learning?
Indeed, just hands on.
He the muscle. He the principal.
The presence of consciousness. Again, just knowing we know what you're doing. We watching. We see. Like I was telling you the other night, sis. Sometimes Nikki got a creep. You know what I mean? Even while we midstream, like, give me a second. Let me go see. Like, you got to check. You got to be conscious of what's going on, because they'll pick and choose their spots as well. They learn us just like we learn them. Yeah, they stream once a week,
and they're
few
growing,
times.
developing humans.
Let me,
man.
you know what I mean? So we gotta be diligent, and that just that being able to be hands-on was always a positive when it comes to homeschooling, because I can go and check what you're doing. I can go, see where you're at. We can monitor your online activity. It's a lot of things that we have the power of controlling with you right here. And then everything else that we lack, we just outsource. So, it's about mindset. It's about, willingness to want to learn and teach and so on and so forth. But the decision to homeschool definitely was because of the attendance that we can have in her learning. Being present was definitely important.
Okay. Before we get into a video, let's look at self-confidence and self-esteem. Let's see what it says. Oh, let me move the banner out the way. Can y'all see this? Do I have it up right this time? Last time.
Yeah, good to go.
You can see it.
All right. So, a father affects daughter's confidence and self-esteem. According to a study, girls' confidence plummet to 30% between the ages of 8 and 14. Dads increasingly are better at spotting this confidence drop. That's interesting. You would think that the mom, being a woman, would be able to spot when her daughter is having self-esteem issues or her confidence is dropped. But in this study, it's saying that the fathers are usually the ones that usually spot those type of changes. I find that very interesting.
Is that right, sis? not me.
I mean, I'm saying I find it interesting. You know why I find it interesting.
I know.
I
know. And not me. You know why? Because when the shoe is on the other foot, it's easy to see. You men can spot the vulnerable women. Y'all know how to pick the ones that don't have high self-esteem and then prey on them and yada, 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 boom, boom, woo, wop-de, bam.
Absolutely.
So you got to be able to see it. We as men, we can see when your head is down, when that confidence, like that's fake confidence. And you ladies, some of you ladies can see it immediately. I hear you and the missus pointed out all the time. Yeah, fake confidence, fake confidence. Look how much she touching that fake hair, fake confidence. Look how much she talking about herself, fake confidence. Look at him, always braggadocious about fake confidence.
Right.
I think you notice it when they start to change from that playful little girl, always giggly, to now it's kind of
gloomy and doomy.
Hoodie, or and honestly, that's when those hormones start to fluctuate between that 8 and 14. So they really change. They pull back from wanting to be recorded, right? Because from birth to about 6 or 7. They don't mind being in front of the camera, like boop, boop. They don't care how they look.
Their whole ham. They be hamming it up.
I don't want to be seen. Stay away from me. I don't like people.
Right.
And hormones is something unique. So, and y'all notice fathers. I mean, I notice because I'm a little different. But
I call it the hooded stage because I paid attention with her and my nieces. When I started noticing when they was wearing hoods, something's going on. What's going on here?
Right.
They always want to be seen.
Yeah.
You always want to be in front of a camera. Now all of a sudden you got a hood on and you buried in. I'm like, what's up with the hood?
Going on.
Yeah, and between these ages is when their bodies are starting to change, things are starting to grow, everything's getting new, and so they're so confident, like what in the world, I blame
the mothers for not building it up. Because we don't talk to them about that growing and development.
Exactly.
That one breast will be bigger than the other. The nipple's gonna look funny. You know, when the hair starts growing on the vagina, it's gonna be growing in patches and shit. You know, like it's so much that's going on, and they're so unclear. And we just say, you know, what's wrong with you? Why you got an attitude? Instead of bitch, you fucking know.
Right.
Sorry,
You
y'all.
know.
Oh Lord, Allah, I'm so sorry. I'm trying so hard not to curse.
You was doing so
But
good.
these broads know. I would think they know, right? Because we have the most information. I am a woman. I was a girl. So, you know, everything they're going to go through, I went through. And especially they are me. They're me. Just, reiterated again.
Yeah.
So to deny them that information because we are reacting emotionally most of the time, right?
Right.
So now we trying to deal with our daughters and we don't want to explain anything. We don't want to have the dialogue. Even if you don't know, you got these phones right at your, you know, you can get the information and start delivering it to them, but we don't. So we're not there to build up their confidence, their, you know, identity of who they're going to be later, reassure them. Cause between those years, they need a lot of fucking reassurance. This is why they go get and have some sex because ain't nobody reassuring it at home. Letting them know that this is just a part of growing and developing every day. You might have to have this conversation every week.
Yeah. Multiple
And
times.
they're not doing it. You think one time is enough. And I told you you should have came to me. And you know, they're not though. You didn't go to yours.
And sis,
Why
I
do
have
you
a
think it's
question.
gonna be different? Because you created some type of different environment. No, they're still human. They're still human. And I think we give them so much more and so much better that they're gonna make better decisions. They're not. They're not.
Damn.
You know
And
what I
sis,
mean? You just
I
gotta
got a
notice.
question for you.
You gotta pay attention to those growing and changes and catch their ass.
Right.
Honestly, and set those boundaries again. Now there's different rules because things are changed. You're out of control a little bit, and we need to set the tone again.
Right.
Again, we are not your friend. We are your parents. And until we see that you can function out in this world as adults by yourself and you ain't got need us to fall back on all the time, then by all means we'll be hands off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
they
sir.
probably need us forever.
Yeah.
Get ready.
They always did. They always did. Yeah.
Yeah, we should be there for them.
Yeah.
And the question I want to ask real quick, sis, is do you think a lot of it is a lot of the mothers suffer from arrogance and ego?
Ooh, Teddy.
No, I think it's fake confidence and stupidity.
Okay.
You know,
I'm
again,
trying to be nice.
this is generations of lack of knowledge, lack of information, lack of educating our girls.
Right.
My mother too. She was actually a young parent. She had 3 of us by the time she was 17 and married to my father. You know, there was a lot of learning over the time, but I actually watched her grow and develop on her own, a self-learner, pick up books and read. If it wasn't something she didn't know, she would say, I don't know, but we can find out. Encyclopedia. So I kind of had that mindset because that's what she had, you know, so it was more of a friend kind of relationship than mother-daughter because we were kind of learning together, you know, that equal kind of mentality, but I never was disrespectful. But again, you know, we don't teach our girls. So me having that kind of relationship, I vowed if I have daughters, I want to make sure I break that cycle and change it. Again, my mother didn't have a mother. So she broke that cycle and I have to do it even a little more, you know, and again, we're winning because we have 2 grown daughters. Nobody's had any children, you know, we doing a little better. So, and that's the purpose for us to make sure our children are better than us. Now, when we're competing with them, boom, bam, there you go. That's a problem. And mother want to compete. They may not say it, you know.
Yeah.
Why the father not around? What's going on?
Right.
What's the competition for?
So let's go to the second point. Fathers serve as the first male figure and role model in their daughters' lives. This is why a loving and strong father-daughter relationship can positively impact a girl's assertiveness and self-confidence. Dads who are consistently provide affection, validation, and affirmation can help their daughters grow to become secure, strong, and confident adults. Girls who have a close bond with their fathers tend to have more positive self-image and increased level of self-esteem. This can help them become more ambitious, self-disciplined, and successful. Comments?
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
boy.
true. Like my husband said, he absolutely encouraged, inspired, influenced me to make sure that I tried to, change the dynamic that I had with my father, which I did. And I absolutely felt the change in my identity and it solidifying who I am and my purpose of what I need to do and how I need to make those changes because of the history, because of his life and my mother's life. So I was right on board. So that forgiveness, that understanding of him and his shit, it was something that I needed. Forgiveness is something that is important for healing. And in the end, it was forgiving myself because as a little girl, I was hateful. I was a mean little girl. The girls that the shit I be saying, I'm kind of talking about myself to some degree. I was that. I was pre-offended. I was very defensive. It was hard to de-escalate. Quick to fight anybody. I had some cantankerousness to me, but all of this was in teen years. Once the teen years was over, that growth and development started to happen. I can't continue those girly, childlike mannerisms in adulthood. Again, and then coming across men in my life, they weren't tolerating it. You know what I mean? So to meet my husband, some things was not tolerated. So when I would act a certain way, cuss like a sailor, sit with my legs wide open, act like a dude, he would check it, not in a crazy way or of abuse or anything like that. But listen, that's a little bit, undesirable. It kind of makes me might feel uncomfortable. So, and I had to take that. You know what I mean? So I wasn't too far from correction. So having that father forgiveness, the dialogue, being able to center my identity was something needed and necessary. Again, I always say, if you don't know your history, it's going to be hard to know your future.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Sorry, I was so long-winded, y'all. This is passionate. I am
No,
that.
you're good. You are good.
I'm very proud of making it through.
Some of the stuff you said, we're gonna tap in on. We're gonna tap in on. Where we at? Where are we? Oh, another reason why fathers are important to their daughters is that they play a huge role in how girls view their bodies. Daughters take much into consideration, not just the way their dads speak about their appearance, but in other women as well. Good fathers know the value of respect and speak in such a manner about how other people look, regardless of their size, shape, and weight. What y'all think about that one? Brother, sis?
We here.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I agree with that.
Okay. All right.
The only reason I'm so silent over here is I never had a father, sis. So I, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
But you are a father,
Right? But, I can only speak to that dynamic.
That's why I got you here, so you can speak.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Again, just showing the fluidity that is being a man. Again, I can give you the praise and the compliments, but I'm going to give you the instruction and, making sure that we have a certain order and we present ourselves in a certain fashion. Like all of these things are taking place in our mind, and to keep a even balance of all of them again is something that we always keep constant. So all of these things, speaking positive, reassuring, giving compliments, it's absolutely a part of the spectrum, but it's just a spectrum. The realistic conversations, the hard conversations, those have to be equal ingredients in this recipe, unfortunately. So I do agree with the statement. I just I make sure I balance it out with everything else that's needed as well. I give the encouragement, but I absolutely keep it realistic because the world is going to.
I have to say something I noticed because it's something that always made me fall in love with him over and over again. The kind of father he is. So when the girls all did go through those changes, with their identity and the way they dressed and stuff, he would notice, and I'd be the first one, like I said, to be like, yo, why you wearing that? Like, how many times you go wear that hoodie? I'll say stuff like that versus he'll had a conversation like, well, let's talk about this. What's going on with you? You know what I mean? We need to go shopping or something. Like, you ain't got no clothes. No,
Right.
they do, you know what I mean? But he's gonna come with that kind of problem solving dynamic versus me. It might have sounded a little bullying, but what that damn, this the fourth day you walk down here with that hoodie on. Like, do I need to
Right.
So
Like,
it's a
what's
different
going
approach.
on?
I think we have different approaches. We're more reactive. Again, women, think about it. We kind of reactive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to work on trying not to be. So that's a good thing. It's always a work in progress. Yes.
Why on earth does it always like leave when I put it there? Okay. Anyway. Let's talk about mental health, and then we're gonna react to a video. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right. Father's impact on daughter's mental and emotional health. A daughter's relationship with their father can play a key role in their psychological development. It can affect not just their confidence and self-image, but also their opinions of men and their ability to trust later in life. The results of a recent study in 2018 demonstrated that close ties with fathers help daughters overcome loneliness. That's interesting. Other studies have shown that young women who reported healthy relationships with their fathers were less likely to become clinically depressed or anxious. They were also less likely to develop eating disorders, body dysmorphia, BBLs, and moose knuckle injections. Okay. Or
Wait, I think my speaker went out. Hold on.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. My speaker went out. What kind of knuckle? I'm sorry.
They get moose knuckle injections, brother.
Lord
This
Jesus.
is bad.
I thought that's what you said.
Oh God.
Or be dissatisfied with their appearance or body weight. Research.
It's almost shame time. Good Lord, damn shame. That's a shame.
What did I just walk back into? The hell's going on?
Eddie, did you hear about the moose knuckle?
The what?
Sis, I heard that's gonna be the name of your new song, Moose Knuckles.
Hey, look, don't threaten me with a good time. You know I write the song.
Don't do that.
Now you know she about to go. You go.
I'm going right in there and write a moose knuckle song.
Right, I'm writing something. I know that.
Straight out of here. We'll be platinum by the time I'm done with it.
She looked like she's sliding down the pole right about now.
Right about now.
Oh my goodness. Research suggests that the relationship girls have with their dads can affect their ability to sustain and maintain satisfying relationships, be effective parents. Ooh, that's a big one. Be effective parents, find fulfillment in life, and speak up for themselves. Fathers are a key in helping daughters develop emotional intelligence by being emotionally available and responsive. This includes openly expressing love, providing support during emotional distress, and being an active listener. Because, sometimes we just want you to listen. Just want you to listen. Fathers who show respect to their daughters and the women in their lives teach by example. That's a good point, guys. This modeling helps daughters to not only expect respect in their interactions, but also demand it. Comments? Comments.
It's all facts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Right there.
1000%, man. Like that. Honestly, everything's being said. It's like, it's hard to elaborate on, this just right to the point.
I know, because I be thorough,
Right.
I be thorough in my stuff, Teddy.
Absolutely thorough. But I mean, even deeper than your thoroughness is the fact that we've been saying this for 3 years now.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
want women that have fathers. They have a certain intelligence. They have a certain humbleness. They have a certain demeanor that's able to be worked with. And it's because they've had a man around. Like, we've been saying this. Most of the people who tell us what a real man is ain't had a man around them at all.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I've said to many females that, talk about, well, I'm the mother and the father. And I'll say, well, how can you teach your daughter the example of something you've never seen?
Okay.
So if you haven't seen your dad and how he interacts and what he can do, then what possibly can you teach your daughter about how a man should be if you've never seen it yourself?
Exactly.
So
that's a fact.
That's a fact. Okay. Well, I have a video. And you want to react to it. Let me set it up. Let's get it. Let's go. So we're going to hear from the ladies on how they feel not having a dad. We can talk about it, but let's hear from them. Let me set it up.
I didn't even know my father. I didn't meet him until I was 15. I wondered what was wrong with me. Why wasn't I good enough? Nobody ever told me that you deserve to have someone who loves you unconditionally. You deserve to have all of the things that your heart desires. How do you heal that little girl inside of you?
As Sir Hale says, kids are bad.
See, we've been doing this. Okay.
Kids. So I got pregnant. I was 16 when I had my now 19-year-old son. And I showed up to my mom's house. I said, oh, hey, guess what? I'm pregnant. That's exactly how I said it. And I said, and I'm moving out. So that's exactly, I was already prepared because I knew she wasn't going to let me stay there. I knew what the consequences were. However, we didn't have that relationship where I was comfortable listening to her anymore because the respect was gone. And this goes back to how women hold the power to, I guess, have us as daughters perceive our fathers. And for a long time, I perceived my father as someone was lying to me.
When Michelle, shout out to It's Michelle, that's our baby girl. When she was telling that story, I found it very interesting. Well, it's something that we see all the time, and we hear, the men complaining about it a lot of times too. Not complaining. I take that word back, but expressing their hardship when they have to fight the mothers to see their children, right? And I had talks with Michelle, in the back, and she was expressing to me like how her mother kept her father from her. And because of that, she started to act out, being mischievous, and then ended up getting pregnant. And the part that she said that she lost all respect for her mother because of that's a real deep statement. What do you guys think that?
It's sad. That's I've seen way too many examples of you having to pay for the attention of your children, pay to just see your kids. Some women want a specific amount that they want for child support to see your kids, or They want to, fight you on specific days, or even when your day comes up, they don't let. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness. When the truth of the matter is, you're mad because he doesn't want you anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and that has nothing to do with the children. But then you're the same one that wants to get online and say that these men ain't shit and they terrible fathers and this, that, and the third. Not one time pointing to the fact that you have literally made it the worst thing in the world to be a father for this man, because he wants to spend time. And I never understood that with the men that want to spend time and want to be with their kids. And these women make these men jump through hoops, and they make them go through all of this BS. They're in their entire talk groups. I know a guy who did he has an entire movement called Free Fathers. So that he's going down to these judges and making legislations and putting things in place so that these fathers can see their kids. You shouldn't have to go through all of that just to be a dad.
Right.
That's sad.
Brother and sis.
This is I remember this episode. Just a dope conversation, a dope panel, and a conversation that can never be downplayed, or it could never be too many of these types of conversations for fatherless children, no matter the gender. Although we speaking tonight on fatherless daughters, I agree. Thank you to Mimi for sharing with us that information. But there's a certain side of the coin that we don't recognize. Again, we always say there's he said, she said, and then there's the truth somewhere in the middle. But here's the thing: while you telling your story, there's somebody else processing a whole nother story. So yeah, he was abusive to me, and he was a narcissist. He cheated on me a bunch of times. He lied to me. Your father was no good.
Mm-hmm.
The kids process it a little bit different though, Ma. And you kept taking him back though, Ma. And you kept letting him live in the house with us though, Ma. And you kept having kids with him, Ma.
Right.
So they start to process it a little bit too. And you may become the villain in your own story that you're trying to be the hero in. When they start looking and say, well, you were dealing with all of this and you made us subject to all of this, and you were, playing with fire with us in your possession. So, and the insensitivities that we take, some people look at us and say, wait, you were willing to take somebody hitting on you? You were willing to take somebody cheating on you? You were willing to take somebody stealing from you? I don't know about you. So people are forming their own perceptions and opinions based on these stories. So, 1 minute you are the hero, but in an instant you can become the villain.
Villain. Yes.
Absolutely.
Man.
Damn, that's crazy.
Dad came to my private school and someone told me, your dad is here to pick you up. He walked in, he told the teacher, I'm here to pick up my daughter. I was thinking I should start gathering my things, and I saw his girlfriend's daughter gather her things, and he told her to come on, and they left the classroom, and I felt so small. I felt lonely. I felt embarrassed. I felt replaced. I think it kind of made me feel less than.
Oh yeah, the fatherless daughter syndrome, right? It's ways out of that. Like she said, being able to build with that other parent, and giving them the opportunity to have their side. He pretty much opened up that window. I wasn't fully without my father. It was siblings, 10 of them, from my grandmother. So I had an abundance of aunt and uncles. He was just absent. It was that type of dynamic. If I needed to go where he was, we knew where he was. One of them street dudes, a Pookie Ray Ray. To have that hurt and pain of that man to pass on to other men that I liked or enjoyed or whatever was unfair, and I knew that deep down I got from that because it was my reflection and what I saw and what I didn't get from him. It's something to go in the Staten Island ferry with your friends to go hang out, and you see your father sleeping, homeless, crackhead in the ferry, and your friend notices him, not you. And you're hiding all of that. We didn't go say hello. So that was a deep moment for a 12, 13-year-old young girl. So it's an experience, and I say you guys are absolutely needed. And I'm glad I got in the end to know his side. He was a very unintelligent man with not a great support system, with not great mentors. Growing up in a society in the 50s and the 60s. So I can't put that much blame on him. So a forgiving heart is awesome, and I hope there's a lot of fatherless daughters that would be able to have that, because it's very peaceful, to be able to forgive him and move on.
Breathe. Use your tools.
I forgive you for not being a father. I forgive you for leaving me when I needed you the most. I forgive you for robbing me of my innocence. I forgive you for abandoning me.
How about I forgive you for not teaching me what to expect from me? How about I forgive you for breaking my heart?
I forgive you for not protecting me.
Yeah, take a breath.
I forgive you for not letting me be a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
I forgive you for not letting me love you.
Yeah.
It just gotta stop. And I also know I was looking at y'all on live before I got on here, and you made the point, and I think I touched on this last week about the daddies and looking for the daddies. I'm about to be 39 years old, and that is so my issue. Like, I've never had my dad in my life, and I swear I want to write a freaking book about it. But it's the lack of not having a man to show you what love should feel like, what love should look like. And my mom has been a single mom, so not seeing what healthy love looks like, I'm just making the shit up as I go.
And what I really feel about my father is
that I love him and I wish he were a part of my life.
And because he's not a part of my life, I feel
worthless sometimes.
Yeah, and the way I cover up my worthlessness is?
The way I cover it up is by not letting him in, even when he tries.
And what else? How else do you cover up? Because you feel worthlessness when he's not around.
I overcompensate a lot.
Yeah. Do you overcommit?
So yeah, I overcommit.
Yeah, overcommit.
I try to be super mom.
Okay.
Whew.
Wow. Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Damn.
The ladies have spoken.
Yeah.
This is what your daughters feel when you are not present in their life.
Damn. You can feel the pain through the screen.
Yeah, I got tears in my eyes now because it's like, and I put this video together. I didn't even cry when I was right, but to hear it this way got me in tears.
I think the worst one was the young lady whose father came and picked up the other young girl.
Yeah. Pick up the girlfriend's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, my eyes welled up a little bit on that one, because how painful could that have possibly been, just to see your dad and he basically just, and I don't want to say he ignored her or anything like that, but just to have that feeling as a kid, you have no idea what's going on. You're confused, you're hurt, and you have no idea how to react or what to think at that point. It's just crazy, man. Damn.
It is. And
you probably
like
had me feel like this on Sunday.
The end result that we see, this, like the missus just chimed in on, this is the reflection of their relationships with men.
Right.
Like, listen to what they're saying and look at the relationships and the results that they get from when they try to build with a man.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I think the first time a woman is let down, even when a man tries, is to no avail, right? The woman she's not satisfied.
Right.
Because of trauma from something that ain't got nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
At that moment. Yeah. So to voice that, like, if you're constantly having that kind of dynamic with your father, it definitely rolls over into relationships, that unsatisfied feeling, unworthy feeling, that constant need for reassurance. And, men ain't giving that.
Right.
Especially when they feel as though they're given the needed and necessary things,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when you feel like you're not even worth it to your parent, how can you look at another person any different?
Yeah. It's facts.
I mean, as y'all say that, again, it kind of speaks to me why I feel the way I feel about myself. Like I told y'all, I didn't know my father.
Mm-hmm.
Like, My mother was gone. By the time I was 9, she was gone. So I was just out here. So I had to love myself.
Right.
Like this love that I have for myself, this intense love that I have for myself is because I've been out here by myself. That foundation that I had. Like I said, sis, welcome to the club. We don't want to be in it. But once we get in it, it's eye opening. Like a lot of people, you have that tether to the world. We don't have that. You know what I mean? Like our mom is gone. So
Right.
things get a little bit different. But when your dad is not around, when it's the dad that's, that missing piece, especially when they're still breathing and walking, it's a little bit different.
Yes,
and not knowing why they didn't want you, not knowing why you weren't worthy, or whatever the case may be, is a question you'll always walk around with. So, unless you fill that hole yourself and answer those questions yourself and say, well, I am a good person, and put that best foot forward and make that true, it is what it is. But shout out to everybody that's, questioning.
Yeah.
I definitely have those questions.
Yeah, because early on, my dad wasn't around until I was about 17. I knew who he was. I knew where he was. And believe it or not, I started to go see him before he started coming to see me, because I was determined I was going to have a relationship with my dad.
Yes.
And I never got the answer to what, why, when, or how until I myself became a husband. And when we had a chance to sit down and talk as men, and when he sat down and explained it to me, that was the day that I was able to let go of all of that animosity. I was able to let go of all of that hurt, all of that pain, because when I sat and I talked to my dad, I was still bothered by the fact that he wasn't there, but I had an understanding of what was going on. And just for him to be able to sit down and give me that moment where I could say, you know what, I can breathe now. And I actually still have him. Well, I mean, I had him then, and he's since passed. But to be able to have that relationship with him before he passed on, that was golden for me, because before that, we didn't have anything. I didn't really talk to my dad. I didn't hate him. I didn't have anything that he could do for me until we got the chance to get close, and he did so much more for me than I could have expected.
Thanks for sharing, bro. Thanks for sharing, man. We appreciate you. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend. Share this with a father, present or absent, or potential. Your choice. This is Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibe is always positive. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. It is better than Don Julio and chicken wings.
I cannot. Lord have mercy.
That's what I heard, sis.
Don yeah. We kind of touched on it a little bit already. About fathers set the bar for relationships and marriage. The way a father treats his daughter will influence what he or she looks for, or it should be she looks for in other people. Friends, lovers, and spouses will all be chosen based on how the child perceives the meaning of the relationship with their father. Daughters often look to their fathers as the first male role model in their life. How fathers treat their daughters and the women in their lives set the standard. This impacts how young women will expect to be treated in their own relationships. So if you beating up the child's mother or your girlfriend, cussing them out, doing all kinds of, you are teaching your daughter that that's the kind of behavior that she should accept. A strong father-daughter relationship in childhood can actually impact the daughter's romantic life in adulthood. It is often said that the girl's father set the standards of how she should be treated and what she should expect. I said that twice. We got it. According to the research, girls with good childhood relationships with their dads are most likely to choose romantic partners resembles them. Young women tend to judge all the men who come into their lives based on the example set by their fathers. If women were treated with respect and care by their fathers, they would expect the same from their romantic partner. Vice versa. If they were treated badly, they're going to look for bad men. They're going to find the same thing over and over. They're going to find you over and over again. What y'all think?
That's so much. That's so on point. It's scary. That's actually so on point that it's actually frightening. You actually see it when I've actually seen a girl. I've had a girl say to me that it was frightening, to try to talk to me because of the way that I treated her. And I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? Am I treating you bad? No, I just never been treated like this before. Damn.
Wow.
And it was sad to me because it's like, so you've never been treated well, like not by anybody. And her examples of what good treatment was had nothing to do with time spent. It had nothing to do with conversations, understanding and learning from each other and getting to know one another. It had everything to do with whatever monetary gain that you could get.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a sad thing. I mean, me and her are still friends to this day, but it was just weird to hear that. I had never really heard that up until that point. I mean, I've heard it quite a few times since, but up until that point, that's the first time I ever heard that. And I'm like, damn, that you've never been treated good by anybody. And like I said, every example she ever had of good treatment was how much somebody could buy her.
Mm. Brother, sis?
Yeah, it's definitely unique. We've definitely seen that with a foster child we had. She thought it was peculiar that we can love her, although she was unique. And she thought that if we loved her with all her uniqueness, that something had to be wrong with us. But we made it through that. Most recently, we've seen it in these YouTube streets. We've seen the conversation, focused around infatuation, right? It was an infatuation. And, to see the type of person that you're trying to label this at is like, come on, baby girl, like, nah. So you can find yourself attached to less than desirable. You cannot have a good blueprint on what a man can be and the potential that he can give to a family. And I'll land my plane with Brother Ricky, man. Shout out to Brother Ricky. He said, our job is to eliminate excuses. And I agree. Our job is to be on hand, give them the information, give them the jargon, give them the scenarios, give them the hypotheticals that will get them prepared.
Absolutely.
And it's for us to eliminate the excuses as men. So I agree wholeheartedly with all the information you have presented thus far. Yes. Impeccable job, sis. Keep up the good work.
Okay. I have a video that we're going to react to. Hold on 1 second. Get the video. Oh, brother, if you want to play that validation one, this will be the time.
Okay. Actually,
That's if you want to. If you're not set up for it.
and
Okay.
Before we get to that one, let's go ahead and get my receipts because I'm a day one dad. Proud day one dad. Kind of like OG Pops. Salute to OG Pops. Salute to my brother Ted. But this is me. Shout out to our TikTok and shout out to the girl dads.
Absolutely.
Less likely to end up in jail. If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father. Girls with no fathers in the home have lower self-esteem. No father families more likely to be victims of abuse, especially with single mothers. Children with high BMI more often come from fatherless homes. Here's something: fathers have the fittest children. That was really interesting to me. The more opportunities a child has to interact with biological father, the less likely they are to commit a crime or have contact with the juvenile justice system. Okay, another way to say that is men and women who are incarcerated The population of the prisons mostly encompass fatherless homes. Now, here's something that no one else has mentioned, which I think is cool, and I don't really say this eloquently. If a man and wife raise a child, they're less likely to end up in jail, but they have the same statistical chance as children raised by just their father.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I want to show me with my girls 25, 19, and 10.
Right.
Like their mom, almost 50, her mom. It's women I'm surrounded by. My sister, like I have a village of ladies, and I really appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea. And like Ricky said, it's our job to eliminate the excuses.
Right.
Monetarily, security, like I'm here. So you know the provision, the preaching, the not like it, we're here. You have us. So you know, fellas, just put your best foot forward, like Brother Teddy said, man. Shame on the ones that are intentionally and willfully not being around, because those girls are going to be lacking, sir.
Yes.
And even when you're slipping, don't slip. You don't have that opportunity, sir. You have zero opportunity when it comes to whether it be words of affirmation, financial. You got to figure it out. You got to figure something out. You have to take care of your family. That is the most prideful and the most powerful thing that a man can be, is a father and a husband. Taking care of your family. A family man, that is still a cool thing to be. That's still a beautiful thing to be. And as far as I'm concerned, that's more important to me than a businessman. That's more important to being a president, being a family man, because you're taking care of and cultivating a generation of people.
Say that, Daddy.
Because you're doing something different. You're doing something powerful, which is one of the reasons why it is so important that you stay there, stay vigilant, and stay strong. And in those moments where you you feel a certain kind of way, if you choose the right person, that's why I said that earlier. Make sure you choose the right person, because in those moments of weakness, she will make you strong. Trust me.
Great point. Great point. And before Sis go ahead with her presentation, let's go ahead and get this last video in.
Emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized. Abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man, because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. Listen, you ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window. Came to my, you understand? She was crazy. She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distance yourself from her life, she found a replacement.
She had to get something else
without a problem.
What y'all think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of talked a little bit on not this clip you're about to play, but the next clip we're going to talk about.
Right.
But yeah, that's right on it because I had to let go of an acquaintance of mine because I don't like to be hanging around people now. When you start acting up, I'll let you go. And that's what she would do. I was like, Ty, your coochie is a revolving door. You need to give it a rest. But I understood that's exactly what it was. She would go from man to man to man to man because she has that trauma and she was trying to feed that demon. She had to have some type of male presence. Whether it be a good man or a bad man, she did not care.
Right.
So that clip is right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, when they have classes to heal the womb,
Mm-hmm.
they don't have those coming across y'all feed in y'all algorithm. The ladies get together, they spread legs, do all kind of spread legs type healing, trauma screaming and yelling and
sit on Yoni steam it up.
Yeah, what's that neti pot? That's the neti pot.
Yeah. They get celibate and then they become hardcore Christians. So
right.
A journey of celibacy, and that's not all, of course, but a large majority, they wouldn't be holding those classes for trauma. And again, I speak on the trauma because women have not been protecting their daughters. Sorry.
Facts.
They have not been protecting their children.
Nope.
Because the cycle of molestation is
Mm-hmm.
very apparent. Like, it's showing in the behavior of these young girls and women, like, to just see the dysfunction, the lack of self-worth, and for them to not think that the way they position themselves in society and how they present themselves is not showing, it's delusional. And I'm going to use that word. I like it. This society is full of delusional people living in unrealistic reality with delusional demands. So I'm a mother against delusional demands. We're going to call it MAD, like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a mother against delusional demands.
I like it.
It's destroying our society. We get in relationships and we have these delusional demands. We have children and we have delusional demands for our children.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a cycle, and it's it's showing.
Yeah.
And I think one misconception that's out there is a lot of ladies think that no, these men out here, they just mad because no, it's hurtful to see, ladies. It's hurtful to see, especially when as a man, you look at a woman in a certain way. We've been taught for most of our lives to look at women in a certain way, and when we see the trauma and the pain on display, but you look at it as a sign of strength, and we can see the weakness in it. We can see the hurt, the pain, and there are many of us that try to take time to be there, to talk to you, to be there for you, whatever, because many of us do actually care. But when you look at it as a thing where no, he's just mad because I'm doing, no, it's not about mad. It's a painful thing because we don't just see what's happening now. We have a way to see what the future is about to look like, and it's a sad thing to see. And so when we try to have these conversations, it's not about trying to just tell you like you're the worst person in the world. You need to do the work. You need to have that curse word that I mentioned many times, accountability. Try to have some sort of accountability and understand that there's no such thing as perfection in you, but there's a such thing as trying to look for the best part of you.
Well said. Says you got to put that on a shirt.
Well said. Well said, Brother Teddy.
Mad Mothers Against Delusion. Can we do a MADB?
What's that?
Yeah, I think we can get it done, sis.
MADB. Mothers Against Delusional. You know what I want to say, but it's Ramadan. I ain't gonna say it.
Yeah. Let's do that. Yep.
Yes, let's add that one to it too, sis. Player one is in the building.
What up, player one? Salute, salute, salute.
I think I saw TTC's in the building as well. And
Salute.
Baby.
What's going on, fam?
So now, brother's clip kind of hit on the validation part. Let us see this clip that I compiled together. You know, because people think, you know, see, we don't just jump on the bandwagon. We've been doing this. We've been talking about this.
And the influences that our children have, and knowing that, and Tim just mentioned it, like, you know, we can only shelter them so much, but when they walk out the door, we are kind of fretful of like what exposure they're going to, you know, what they're going to be exposed to, what habits they're going to pick up, what friends they're going to start, you know, associating with. How do you fathers feel about that, and what have you done or plan on doing to kind of, you know, keep your daughters with a sound mind, you know, according to your teachings? So let's start with Sir Hale.
Thank you so much, because I got a lot to say on this one. So, a couple things. So, I grew up and I've seen a lot of, I've witnessed a lot of young girls who got older who didn't have the guidance. That's a big word that a lot of women said, that they did not get guidance early, and they got attention. They were beautiful, you know, beautiful. They looked good. They started developing, and you know, one of the things that most men do is we work on being nice to our women. We want them to feel safe and feel comfortable. And I noticed that in doing so, if we're not intentional, we leave our women with a deficit. And so what I've done with my daughters is I'm a little bit more tough on them. Like normally we say I'm tough on my boys and I'm sweet on my girls. Nope, I am tough on my girls, because.
What are y'all, brother and Teddy? What do you think about Sir Hill's comment? He said, we always hear about, you know, being tough on the boys, but he's tougher on the girls.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because the different obstacles they have to face when they get out here are wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. So yeah, you definitely got to be a little bit tougher, because if you're not as tough as you need to be, they can be easily influenced. I mean, you could say that for all your kids, but especially for your girls and the horrors that they could face. Oh, you got to be tougher on them.
Brother?
That's a fact. I mean, sis, you know me. Like, the girls probably hate to hear me more than y'all. And that's saying a lot. Because when I start talking, I talk again, I give them a certain dose of realistic life, a certain dose of reality. The world sees you as just another chick out here. You my princess. You my princess. Not a princess, not the princess, just mine. The minute you cross these thresholds, you just another chick out here. And I talk to them as such. I give them the compliments, I give them the kudos, but I give them real life as well. Because again, I've been here from day one. And when I tell you happy birthday, you love it. When I tell you your hair look pretty, you love it. So when I tell you you got to do better, when I tell you you need to protect yourself at all times and be aware of your surroundings, I'm like a clock going off in here. Be aware of your surroundings is probably my platinum song. And they hate to hear it, but I say it still to 25, 19, and 10. I say it to all of them still because it's needed and necessary. And I'm not your friend. I don't care how you feel about it. Don't that sound familiar? I'm not looking to be right. It is what it is. Like, you know, and this is what us fellas, this is what it looks like. And this is what we've been saying for all this time. Sometimes you got to stand on an island by yourself. And it's going to be cold and it's going to be raining, but you're going to have to stand there and you're going to have to wave your flag. And I'll do that. I'll be the bad guy. I'll be the one people don't come to see. That's not my thing. But at the same time, I just understand that life is going on, and the conversations that we've been having for obviously at least 2 years, the conversations we're having today, they're needed and necessary. And when people act like they don't exist, when they say these type of conversations, no one's having these type of conversations, that's like cliche. No, we've been talking for 3 years. We're all having these type of conversations. It's just we need to start acknowledging them. And this is one. Salute to the dads present, salute to the ones that's not. Y'all need to learn and y'all need to correct. And correction starts from, today. So, humble yourself and take heed to the message. Salute to the team.
Right. And one of the most powerful things that I believe I told to the young ladies in my family is I wasn't in love with every woman that I was attracted to. And I think they were shocked when I told them that, because they think just because, they thinking that fairy tale shit, a guy, he likes you, he's going to instantly fall in love. I had to let them know that's not how that works. There's going to be 1,000 men that are attracted to you, but they may potentially be out of that 1,000, one guy that will truly love you. The problem is you can't try to touch and feel your way through all of them thousands. You have to find a way to truly understand who these people are and take the time to yourself, understand exactly what you want, and you will attract that right type of person. But every man out here, there's not a man out here, especially within your age bracket and older, that will not try to touch you because they're attracted to you. But that doesn't mean they love you. And I had to break it down to them. Like, you really got to understand that attraction does not mean love. Attraction is just that, And so it was one of those things where they were shocked to hear it because they really couldn't understand it. They thought just because somebody was looking in their direction and smiling at them. I'm like, I'm smiling at you right now. And I don't mean I want to do nothing with you. There's a lot of men out here that'll smile at you that don't want anything from you except the one thing that they're here for. And you have to be able to try to understand and discern between what that is. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to teach you exactly who that is and who these people are. That's where the fathers come in. We teach you to not be with the men who are just like the men we used to be. That's our job, is to teach you to not be like the men that we used to be.
Because if my boys get out here and make a mistake, it's going to be easier for a young boy to recover than it is for a girl. And that's just what it is. So I'm tough on them. We talk about hygiene. We talk about the way you speak. We talk about protecting yourself. We talk about keeping your hair looking right. We talk about money. We talk about interpersonal development and relationships. We talk about emotional intelligence. We talk about all these different things. And I hammer this into them because the truth is they're going to spend the majority of their life being an adult and only a fraction being a kid. So my focus is to leverage their youthfulness to put into them the foundation that they need, but to prepare them for their life. And so having two girls has shown me this. Youthfulness is to be appreciated, and that's their sponges, and it's not to be wasted. But the focus ain't on youth. The focus is on life. And so I stay tough on them because when they leave into this world, I want them to know that you are already beautiful. So some dude telling you this, and I just told my daughter this the other day, some guy telling you that you're pretty, you should say, oh, thank you, and then move on. But don't get hung up on compliments, because young girls who don't have that self-esteem, as soon as she gets some attention, as soon as she starts feeling good, now she gravitates to somebody, and those hormones get up, and now she thinks she's supposed to have a relationship. Like, no, we gonna stop that early. No, you are already enough. You are already pretty. Whatever you need to feel, we're putting that into them early, myself and their mom, so that when they leave home, they're not leaving with deficits that the world full of predators are going to sink their hooks into them and get them. So I'm tough.
Comments?
That's why I always say congratulations on your pretty face.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I have a different dynamic with the fatherless daughter. That's all he's seen. Anytime we came around, look at my kids, he kind of like showed us off, but he didn't give nothing else. So I didn't want to go out into the world having a man choose me because I was cute. You understand? Because he was absent. Like, nigga, you ain't around. Like, that's all you can give me. So, it really depends on that dynamic. But I absolutely agree with Sir Hale with his statement. We gender parent a lot, and we're not giving that dialogue. Something I used to always say to our children is, give me my 18. That you're going to be an adult for a very long time, more than you're going to be a child. So enjoy this childhood. And they don't understand because they do want to grow up fast, because they think, adults is living the fast life and everything seems so, easy or whatever they have that they don't understand because they're children. So always having that kind of dialogue, again, is something that you should be conscious of, purposeful and intentional with your time, with your children, because they're going to find that information out in the world. They want it, and it's our job to give it to them, mother and father. So salute to Sir Hale for always having that type of dynamic. It's the same kind of dynamic my husband holds in this house. So, y'all appreciate it. Y'all appreciate it, for real.
Appreciate you. I mean, I just had a stream on it yesterday about time and being able to see it. And like I said, I talked to these kids and you about they're not going to be around forever. These are some of the last days we're going to spend around each other. Look, we asked Madison to come and watch a movie. It's like, do I have to? No, you ain't got to. Yeah, I don't want to.
When a year and a half ago, she wanted to be under us all the time. So
and
it's definitely changing.
It's hardly, the kids are always out doing them. We picking somebody up from work or somebody's matriculating. So life happens. And this is, what we speak to all of the time. We don't raise kids. We raise adults. We want them to be adults. And they don't necessarily have to get out our house, have babies, be living with a man to prove they're an adult.
Right.
We can still function as a family. You can still be an adult and we can have a cohesive unit, but that comes from, again, me being day one, letting them know that this is what it was from day one. This might be what it is. We might always be together. We might not, but these are, the foresights and the possibilities that we see as men and as fathers. So salute to Sir Hale for always giving a certain dose of reality when it comes to relationships, family, and our daughters. And we've spoke a lot about raising our daughters, and I appreciate him, his insight, and that's my little brother. So salute to him for always giving that info and being the man that he is.
All right. So the next part of this, we're going to talk about Sir Hale, and Diesel TV is going to chime in. So let's react to this.
On this first episode of Fathers and Daughters. Since we have, this thing with, our young ladies wanting to be mothers and not wives. They rather have the baby and forget about the man. And they have them at young ages. And one of the things I want to ask the man, Diesel already said when he's like, get out. But to me, I find that because there is no consequences anymore, sort of to alluding what Max said earlier, that now the women, young ladies think that it's okay to do bad behaviors or get pregnant, and I'll just get on welfare, and I'll be covered because my mama's going to give me a baby shower. I'm going to have what they call that thing, a gender reveal. So they get all the bells and whistles as if they were married, and they have their children within a marriage and not, being a single mom. So I wanted to talk about, because I know we talked about earlier, the fathers are the first example, of a man that we would want to be with. And also, the fathers are the ones that are instilling, along with the moms, structure and reinforcing good behaviors in our daughters. So I want.
I just want to say to this point is, I've seen a lot of people that are in the Christianity, and I grew up in church and all that stuff, that just ignore the fact that their child could be having sex at a young age. And I have made it a determination of mine to act like my kids are wanting to have sex after they have their first period. Period, point blank. If they are or not, I still set forward. They don't just go out without me knowing about it. They don't have the space to do that. If they do it, it's because they went out of their way to make it happen. Period, point blank. And that's what I try to do. They have a GPS. They don't go out to just no football game on their own. I show up at their schools. I show up at the football game. I show up at their friend's house out of nowhere. I make it a point to do that because they don't know where I'm going to be from time to time. And for the most part, now I'm just, knocking on wood, for the most part, that has helped me and it has worked. But just to ignore the fact that a 12 to 18-year-old could be having sex, I think is a detriment to the family.
I'm of the same mindset. So the kids are bad. They bad. These kids is bad. So I believe going with that mindset that we know that they are going to do some crazy stuff, we safeguard them by being aware and present, and what to them might be overbearing. It's us stepping in, because you take your eyes off of your kids. And let's just say this was anybody else's daughter. Thank God. Like, I've been to the Potter's house. Great minister, great people, right? But a lot of girls aren't fortunate enough to have a family structure in place to help them overcome that, and to have people around who can help you through that process. So I think that I'm grateful for that. And I also believe that, right? So back in the day, I'm gonna tell them a secret, Red Lipstick Vibes, and please edit this part of the story out of the conversation. So there were times when I used to
Clip it up. I'm sorry, so Hale, I didn't clip it out.
go get payday loans, and when I would go get those payday loans, and I couldn't pay it back. Well, they were like, we can refinance this, and we'll put what you owe now on the back end, and we'll treat it as if you just got it. Now, for me, I'm like, I'm good. I ain't got to pay today, but I still got to pay it. It's just I got to pay it later. And so when we make certain decisions, we have to establish that whether you pay for your mistake up front or later, the way life works is whatever you do, you got to pay for it some way. And so we instill that. And that's why fathers are so important, because we give you the consequences up front so you don't have to deal with the penalty later. And so I think that's why fathers have to be involved.
And the influences that our children have, and knowing that, and Tim just mentioned it, like,
So what y'all think about the clip?
That was fire. That was fire, sis. Absolutely. Speaks to
Gentleman was speaking knowledge.
Speaks to the conversation for sure. This is what conscious parenting looks like. Like Diesel was talking about, just the awareness. Like, that's what we wave our flag on. Like, we're asking probing questions. We're asking follow-up questions. We're not taking just fine as an answer. We're not taking okay as an answer. Like, we're concerned. We've been that way from day one, and we ain't stopping now because you 25.
Right.
What's going on with you? What's popping? You need anything?
Right.
You good?
Yeah.
And that's how we've been from the first day. So consciousness is important. It shows the kids that they have someone that cares about them, that's actually looking at their development, the day-to-day process, their education, their hygiene, their personal life, their finances, their professional life. Like, it's all happening. And we're aware because we're your parents.
And it's still hard for them to take correction. They take it though.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have the smoothest of ride. We are the speakers of conscious parenting. We don't have the smoothest of ride over here. We still got to have conversations with a 25-year-old. We still have to have conversations with an 11-year-old and monitor what she's doing and sneak away from the stream because she know we streaming. Like, this is consciousness. So when we don't stream during the day because it's Ramadan, and again, all the people who I do see streaming during this time, I know you ain't of the faith. That I know.
Right.
So what do you bow down to? When do you take a couple of minutes to reflect, to be positive? When do you do that? Because 365 days, I see you acting a fool. But yet you try to tell us, no, I have these moments of tranquility and maturity. And well, where is it? So, again, consciousness is the answer to a lot of the questions that a lot of you guys are asking right now today. Promote consciousness. You promote everything else. You promote foolery. You promote cantankerousness. You promote Sexy Red and Cardi B and Trump. And, like, should I go on? Because Corey Holcomb and Kendra Trump and Vladimir Putin, like, y'all act like y'all can't do anything else.
Right.
So here's a suggestion. Promote conscious parenting and love and abundance, because everything else is just he said, she said.
Damn right.
See how that works?
If y'all haven't seen it in the name, it's PCP, Promote Conscious Parenting. Be a conscious parent from the start. You know, when kids learn how to manipulate early, they know how to cry and manipulate the situation because they know you're going to run when they start crying. So kids learn how to manipulate the situation early. You just have to stay on top of it and understand exactly what they're doing. That's where the consciousness comes in. You have to be conscious and diligent. Stay on top of it. You can't lapse. You have to take all of those moments to truly be a parent. Being a parent is not a part-time job. Even at the age that we are now, like she said was just saying, they're still parenting. They still got to parent. They still have to be full-time. And even when the kids move out and they have their own kids, you are still a parent. It don't stop. It doesn't stop. You have to be conscious about it at all times. It changes as they get older, but it doesn't stop. So what those brothers were saying, it was right on point. I mean, it's a chef's kiss on that one.
All right, guys, y'all ready for the last point of reasons why fathers should be in their daughter's life?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go.
Girls without fathers hit puberty 1 year earlier. That's a real biological mystery, but
Girls without fathers or absentee fathers hit puberty years early. That is a scientific fact. Let me replay that.
girls without fathers hit puberty 1 year earlier. That's a real biological mystery, but here's a hypothesis. So imagine that you're bereft of male companionship and productivity and protection. And maybe that's because your culture doesn't have enough men. Sometimes that happens after wars, for example, or maybe you're just in an economic niche or social niche where you're unfortunate, So now why would you develop a year early from a puberty perspective? Well, the answer is, one of the ways that women can attract male attention, obviously, and therefore, in principle, companionship, protection, productivity, all of that might come along with a real relationship, is by being sexually attractive and available. And so if there's a dearth of males in the local environment, then early puberty could easily be a way of increasing the probability of catching a mate early enough so you don't starve to death, let's say.
Getting in my panties without you coming out the pocket, period.
That's crazy.
And it's not.
I beg your pardon? She might as well, I ain't gonna lie, you might as well just sell it. I'm too old to be telling she might as well just sell it.
And it's not even a case where I call it selling. See?
What does it do?
No, because I'm not gonna say pay me and I'm gonna give you.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
you have to do it with class.
Right.
With class. So I'm gonna ask you for something.
Right.
You don't give it to me, you don't provide it, I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
So she want to be a hoe with class.
Call girls, everybody.
Lord have mercy.
When you get with a guy, if he cannot financially take care of all of your bills, if he cannot keep you in labels, if he cannot get your nails and your hair done and take you on vacation, there really is no point in even being with him. And if you think like this, you're a part of my problem. That is what whores think. That is how prostitutes think. And you grown women are out here raising little bitty miniature prostitutes.
Okay, so sophisticated coochie seller.
She don't want to be the streetwalker.
Got you.
Dope
Right.
fiend.
I got it.
There it is.
Upper echelon coochie.
Coochie,
my friend.
Yeah. Me love you long time is anything. What the fuck? Like,
$40. $40 That's all you get.
20 in the front, 40 in the back.
That's all you get.
Shout out to Lit.
That's all you
Lost
get.
in translation.
But you know what? I could roll with her on that. I can keep you in a brand as long as it's the sophisticated grizzly brand, baby. But that's it.
I know that's right.
I wanted to comment on the first guy. What's his name? That we usually be playing. I can't ever remember his name. The white man.
Yeah, one of the three.
But he was
girls without fathers hit puberty 1 year earlier.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that because we're raising three, and I'm a girl, right? So I was later than my friends. Actually, I was the last of 14 to get mines. Of 14 friends, you know what I'm saying?
But it's scientific fact though. But
is it? I thought. I mean, just naturally, girls go through puberty starting between 8, right? As early as 8. So
I can send you the study, but he's
yeah.
Girls without fathers hit puberty 1 year earlier, eh? That's a real biological mystery, but here's our hypothesis. So imagine that you're bereft of male companionship and productivity and protection.
Now, listening to the reasoning, which he's taking it from the study, because it is how our bodies do work. So then, therefore, if you really think about it, it does make sense. So just listen to what he said the reasoning is.
Okay.
Girls without fathers hit puberty 1 year earlier, eh? That's a real biological mystery, but here's our hypothesis. So imagine that you're bereft of male companionship and productivity and protection. And maybe that's because your culture doesn't have enough men. Sometimes that happens after wars, for example, or maybe you're just in an economic niche or a social niche where you're unfortunate, you know. So now, why would you develop a year early from a puberty perspective? Well, the answer is, well, one of the ways that women can attract male attention, obviously, and therefore, in principle, companionship, protection, productivity, all of that might come along with a real relationship, is by being sexually attractive and available. And so if there's a dearth of males in the local environment, then early puberty could easily be a way of increasing the probability of catching a mate early enough so you don't starve to death.
It's breaking up in the back.
So it's like self-preservation.
But I get it.
Yeah, self-preservation, I guess, right? Okay. Is it playing for y'all?
No, I paused for me.
No, I paused it because I was going to say, I was asking sister, did she understand what he was saying, like how?
Yeah. I mean, I still can't, accept it as factual. Just a year earlier, yeah. But I get what you're saying, and I get what he's saying. It's not too.
I'm thinking it's like self-preservation. I hear what
Absolutely.
you're
I
saying.
mean, I can get on that, but yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
3 years. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Because if you look at it, it's like if you look at it, if a woman is what he's saying is if a woman she's missing something, and the way to get that is to become more womanly.
Yeah, I get it. I absolutely
so therefore, that brings on the onset of
body development, so they can get a man, so they can attract men, so they can have protection and provision.
Right.
Yeah, I absolutely get it.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
How about that's just natural? Like it's human nature. This is why history of women were having families at 13, and we as society try to make it seem everything was forced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about that. Like we said, this is just nature. Like the cycle has to go. It has to happen.
Right.
We're not holding on to our children the way we are. They weren't holding on to them the way we are now.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Once they start puberty, they know that this is the transition. Why fight it? So I don't know. Times are just different. But yeah. Okay. Good points. Yes. Great.
Let's say
getting in my panties without you coming out the pocket, period.
Crazy.
And it's not
fast now.
I beg your pardon? She might as well, I ain't gonna lie, you might as well just sell it. I'm keeping it $8,000, she might as well just sell it.
And it's not even a case where I call it selling. See?
What is it?
No, because I'm not gonna say pay me and I'm gonna give you.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, so
you have to do it with class.
Right.
With class. So I'm gonna ask you for something.
Right.
You don't give it to me, you don't provide it, I don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
When you get with a guy, if he cannot financially take care of all of your bills, if he cannot keep you in labels, if he cannot get your nails and your hair done and take you on vacation, there really is no point in even being with him. And if you think like this, you're a part of my problem. That is what whores think. That is how prostitutes think. And you grown women are out here raising little bitty miniature prostitutes, talking about run them pockets, see what you can get. And I'm thinking, how about I create myself to a financial security, create myself to a level that I can date who I
This is what this is. Okay. Yeah, I absolutely agree.
That's what it sounds like.
They accept money from anybody. Any strange man walk up to give your daughter $1, you let her accept it. That's
Right.
That's the first failure in protection and
Absolutely.
teaching your young girl that she shouldn't be accepting no damn money for just being a girl and being cute. Her hairstyle is nice or whatever.
It's crazy. We went from don't accept money from strangers, don't accept candy from strangers, to just take money from anybody.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
That's great.
We went from, do you know where your children are? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? They're like, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Right.
At 10 o'clock.
Right.
They don't check all night. They go in the room in the morning and the child is deleted.
Exactly.
That's the kind of parents we got today.
Right. Sad.
Sad.
Want to, because money is not an issue. If you're factoring money when you're getting with somebody, you know what you are? You're not a partner. You're a parasite. You're a virus.
So what's a dark secret you never told anybody?
I hate my professor's ass so I could get an A. It was a man, and I did it in the FSU.
Y'all heard what she said she did?
She did what to her professor?
She gave her professor some head.
No. She tossed that salad.
Oh, she licked his booty.
Oh, it's breaking up back here. Okay.
Tossed that salad. Oh my God. She went Caesar on that shit. What? Ma'am.
For a grade.
How about just fucking studying?
They don't do that.
Right.
This
Just
is
read
why,
the book.
listen, this is why they all getting fired, because them damn degrees don't mean nothing. They screwed themselves all the way through college. They cheated all the way through.
Right.
And left their kids to do it.
Shit, the only degrees that mean anything with these kids is Celsius. These motherfuckers don't know shit. And then to do that, just to get a passing grade? Oh, goddamn. That.
15 years, she gonna be suing the college.
Exactly. Me too. No, just you. No, just you. Rest of them girls had probably read that book.
Damn.
Crazy.
Yes. Wait, what did he say after that? He gave you the grade?
Yeah.
Damn. Like that? Was it good?
I mean, he could have cleaned it a little better. They had a little from in it, but
oh my God, you licked it right and we got booty balls on it?
That's
nasty. Man.
For a grade, ma'am?
Oh my God.
It just shows the women we not teaching. Because that's disgusting.
They
like
got
I don't
most
even
degrees though.
I know that she's not
it's
sure.
not even something I can understand that's right. You know what I mean? You can't make this right.
That's crazy.
No. None of that makes you can't make that make sense.
And that ain't an ugly woman. That ain't an ugly girl. Yeah, this is disgusting. Okay, disgusting. Shame.
Wish I had a
We have a story in the clip, and
now here's the one, and I know a brother going it's Shane Sunday now, y'all.
We're about to flip out.
Yeah, we about to flip out.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
15-year-old super student who made history and national news by going from a freshman to a senior in 1 year, is now 16, and she and her mother have shared this that she is pregnant. 15-year-old super student.
Wait a minute.
And this is the truth because I seen the actual news thingy. But her and her mama.
That's great.
Mama.
I'm sorry.
Again, her and her mama. Let me empathize. Her and her mama saying that she is pregnant.
just crazy is because you get this great young lady, 15, super student, goes from being a freshman to a senior within 1 year, great head on her shoulders, good for her. But what in the world happened? Where was the parental guidance? Where was the overwatch of this great student? I mean, she's pregnant now, and now you want to show the world. I just feel like you just ruined a lot of opportunities for this young lady, and I don't see any justification for it in this clip. Let's just go ahead and watch it. Y'all see what I'm talking about.
Come with me and Janaya as we go to the doctor for her pop-up visit. We're headed to the doctor's office now, and we're just talking about different things about her becoming a mother. And this is a new journey, and you guys are going on it with us. Look at this girl. She is so funny. Oh my God, so she on y'all. She is funny. This is the part she don't like this part. So here we're listening to the baby's heartbeat. And which is a visit that she had to follow up on some stuff. But back to the last visit. This is the dad, but the people that know that, he's very much present. Him and his family is very much present. We're honored for that. Look at the baby at the last ultrasound.
This is what I'm talking about. Just because he's present now at a young age and you're honored, good for you. Good. I guess you can say that's the only silver lining. But it's crazy because I'm looking at this young lady and I'm thinking, man, not only does she have tattoos on her arms, she has a belly button pierce. You get what I'm saying? She's probably being treated as an adult at a young age, and we were giving her too much leniency, too much headway, and now she's coming back pregnant. And it's like we're celebrating the fact. And I know some moms, they just so, oh my God, I'm going to be a grandma. They're just so ready to be a grandma by any means necessary. They just overlook the fact that their daughter just accomplished something great that many people don't do at their age, to get pregnant. And I just feel like it's going to hinder her. Like, it bugs me. It really bugs me. And it just sucks because it's just like the chat. Of course, the comments had their section to say, it's just, well, no dad, right? You got the baby dad, but where's her dad at? And this is like no dad in a life.
No dad.
Type of behavior right here. And I feel like, and it's just so opinion, that a lot of the good things that was going to head her way is not going to happen anymore.
What y'all think about the clip so far?
Damn.
They'd be so proud of the promiscuity in their children.
Oh my God, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen such, not the fucking accomplishments of her being a genius.
Right.
But the promiscuity is the thing that you want to film. Did you film any of her any time her getting her awards in school? Did you film any of those times where she may have been in a spelling bee and that she won 6 times, 7 times, 8 times in a row?
Damn.
No, you're promoting the fact that she got pregnant.
Champion nigga shit.
Oh my God.
I mean, they are the generation of teen mom. It's a whole series. Like, they graduate from it. It was a whole thing. I was so disgusted back in the day. Remember? I'm like, wow, when we was growing up, it was shunned. It was shamed.
Oh, hell yeah.
You had to go to a pregnant school. Like, it wasn't okay for you to be walking around in the school, big old pregnant. Like, it was a thing where shame was a thing.
They put them
young
in a
mothers. So I think my generation kind of screwed that up to some degree by us doing that. And then when we have our children, it's like, I'm not going to treat my child like that because I felt shame. They shamed me. And then in turn, this is what happened. She's a single mother. How old is this boy? If she's 15, I would hope he's her age. You know what I mean? Like, this is not just affecting her life. It's going to affect his life too. And especially if her reactive ass daughter, hormonal ass, decides she wants to excuse him from being a father and fatherhood, and mom's going to co-sign. You know why? Because her daughter is 15 and successfully graduated, and she did something right. I did something right. This is what they want. But that's some bull crap. These conversations need to be had. What I say when we brought that baby home from the hospital? If this child comes to us pregnant, 13, 14, 15, the first thing I'm going to say is, where will we?
Right.
Where will we, babe? Okay. That was when I brought the child home from the hospital. So the intention in being purposeful when it comes to these girls, and I'm the woman, like those nah, we're not having that. How you even having sex? Where? What? When, where, and how? Yeah, no.
What's crazy is this one. I want to take a moment to, number one, I want to commend my sister for how she raised my niece and nephew. it was my niece had her child, and she's still with the guy that she had a kid with. They're looking into being married now, but of course we can have that discussion, different. But she was scared to tell me that she was pregnant. She was scared to tell me that she was pregnant. Number one, because of the fact that we've had many discussions. I was when her dad wasn't around, I was the father figure in her life. And my niece is a teacher. She finished college, all of these different. She's an adult. And as an adult, she was still ashamed to tell me that this is something, that happened. But it goes along to say that it wasn't like a thing of celebration. But she understood at this point, yet with the baby's coming, the father's in the life and present, and they're together. But it was a thing where it wasn't a celebrated, type of thing. And so for you to take the time to make a vlog for your child having sex early, how weird is that? That's really what you're celebrating, that your kid was having sex early. That's what the celebration is. It ain't mostly about the fact that she's pregnant. She had to have sex to get pregnant. So you're celebrating her having sex early. It's like I can't understand it. I really can't. And it's not like I wasn't that age at one point and wasn't trying my hand or this, that, and the third. But look, there's a reason I ain't had no kids. Because my mom would have probably broke my head.
Oh.
She would have cracked me over my head so damn hard I would have been a kid with my kid. So yeah, I just it's like, once again, I've been saying it all night. It's just sad. It's sad.
Yep.
As regards daughters, the father is the man girls learn to relate to. Without a father to relate to and bond with, there are at least two destructive consequences. First, she will not know how to choose a man wisely. She will not know how a man should treat her, and she may well end up with a man who mistreats her. Second, to fulfill her desire to bond with a man, as primally yearning in most women as bonding with a woman is in most men, she will go from man to man. Girls without fathers in their lives are far more likely to be sexually promiscuous and to begin sexual activity at an earlier age, which in turn are reasons many young women are depressed. Few women find sleeping with man after man fulfilling. Most find it ultimately depressing.
I would just dismiss the motherfucker. It's not this wife or girlfriend or whomever or somebody. I'm dismissing her ass. So I just wanted to say my little piece for the guys that's out here that's piping these motherfuckers. Keep piping them. They low.
But let's talk about why they're hoes though. They don't have their father. I mean, they don't have their father around. Because if their father is around, the father will beat both their asses. Duh. They don't have their father around.
Not even
if
that.
the woman don't know her father, she's trash.
But what if that's what they mama teaching them too, though?
The mom's trash too, because the mother don't have a father. There's no.
What if she know how to be a hoe because her mama a hoe?
That means there's no father around. She's a hoe. Exactly.
Let me say.
Did you stop it, brother?
Nope.
Nah.
Oh.
It's been break.
Girls without fathers hit.
Oh, okay. So what y'all think of the clip?
I mean, I'm not mad at them. I don't think Yellow agrees, but I'm not.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them. It's always that void. That void always comes back to it. We can try to talk around it and say it depends, and sometimes the ladies too. Yeah, whatever. The end result, no father in the home, no exposure to that dynamic, and it's not about just a father. It's the dynamic of polar opposites.
Yes. Trying to cooperate.
Men are from Venus and men are from Mars, and I know somebody from Venus and somebody's from Mars. I know that.
Right.
and you got to be able to coexist. And these are the examples that they need to see. But, you know, when we try to act like, you know, it's the 30% inside the 70%, that's inside the 20%. No, let's just stay right here at the surface. 70% of these kids don't have their dad in the house. It's a problem. You guys can keep trying to peel the layers back and make all the excuses that y'all want, but you know, the solution's in the problem. Start putting the fathers in the home.
Right.
It's no fathers in the home.
Stop
Put the
kicking them
fathers
out.
in the home. Let's see what happens. But when you guys try to make all the excuses and arguments for evident epidemic, it gets shameful.
Seems like the party that's complaining and getting rid of the male counterpart need to check themselves. They need to check their attitude. They need to check their ego. When you give that womb away, that possession that comes out, it doesn't belong to you. And I think they treat these children like they're possessions. And that mindset needs to stop. So, you know, correction is needed now. Now. Shame.
Well said.
All right, brother. You got something down there you want to show?
What you got, sis?
I see you have something at the bottom you want to show.
Oh, I turned the speaker down. Hold on, let me turn my speaker back up, sis. Yeah.
No, I see you have something at the bottom. You want to show something?
Yeah, I did. Let me show this clip. Check this out.
Please bring back women with class. Please. Like, we need to bring back shame. There has to be some shame in the game. Women just run around saying anything, doing anything, posting anything because there's no shame in the game. Then y'all just be like, let people do what they want to do. When I was growing up, we couldn't do what we wanted to do. Everybody has say-so on what we did. Our moms, our dads, our grannies, our granddads, our aunties, uncles, principals, teachers, neighbors, people walking down the street. It didn't matter. And that is what kept us from acting the way the world acts today. Because we was embarrassed to make ourselves look stupid. We was embarrassed to post certain things on social media. We was too embarrassed to walk outside looking any kind of way. We was embarrassed because we didn't want to be shamed. But y'all make everybody think everything is okay and everything is not okay. Can we please get back to class? Please. Morals, morality, respect. I am so tired of the ratchet whore culture. I'm tired.
And yes, indeed, we are.
Absolute facts.
Very much so.
I was tired of the shit when I was 17. So, you know,
Yeah.
I'm 48 now. I'm pretty damn disgusted.
Yeah.
I'm pretty damn disgusted, and I would wish others would come along on the disgustedness, because you know.
Oh, I'm riding the train with y'all, sis. I am. It is it's unfortunate, and then we celebrate the shit and give Grammys to it.
Grammys. Oh, yeah. Sadly, I had to stop loving a artist recently that I cared a lot for,
right?
Because he collabed with you know, Never Sexy Nasty Red.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, Bruno.
You know, Bruno, man.
Sorry, Bruno.
Suck a eggplant.
I can't fuck with you, Bruno. Not after that.
You know, like for real, my guy. Come on,
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's crazy. Go ahead,
It's not a need. Ew.
It's crazy. Somebody put a picture up in the Sophisticated Grizzly group saying, "Tell me 1,000 of you guys in here wouldn't smash." A picture of Sexy Red.
Yeah,
And
I did see that.
I'm good.
I'm looking at it and I'm just saying, like, okay, so you're not paying attention to it. That just looks like a walking disease to me. And apparently you haven't become emotionally and grown up, emotionally mature enough to understand that you ain't just got to touch it because you think it look good.
God damn.
Because sometimes hell comes with things that look like heaven. You might want to get yourself together, because if you're still in that stage, sir, you got a whole lot of growing up to do. And if you're at my age, you ain't got that much time left to do it.
I mean, you know, they got the consumer commercials on telling them that they can get AIDS and take these pills and be good.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, they totally desensitized desensitized. They are animalistic at this point. It's really like Sodom and Gomorrah. So, you know, yeah, shame. It's disgusting. You got the students eating professors' butts. Like, really, this is where we at. This is where we at. This is where we at, and what we doing, ladies. And she wasn't even a booger wolf. She wasn't even a booger wolf.
No, they think they deserve
Y'all get out of here.
$5,000 dates.
That's crazy. You're paying to be educated, not get gonorrhea of the mouth.
Right.
So
And then he
nasty.
said he had little tickle bitties still in there. Like, what?
Dingleberries.
Yes.
Wow.
Damn it. So he's even nasty. But God damn.
Who's nastier?
The one that ate it.
The giver or the receiver? You know?
That's so
You know?
I just want to dry heave right now. I kid you not.
I'm so glad we writing a song on Wednesday. We could cleanse ourselves from this here. Lord Jesus.
Oh, I do feel filthy, man. I feel filthy.
It's bad.
Damn.
Gotta wash with some black soap too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, this was enlightening, man. Just we always try to put a comical spin to it, and we have our fun. But overall, you know, the conversation was absolutely needed and necessary. And in all seriousness, I just think that the consideration, you know, just should be given. These children are not our sole possessions. We both have a vision in how our family, in how our relationship, how our children, how all of that looks. We both have a vision. And I think they're both to be respected. I think that, you know, selflessness is the answer and the key. Fuck promote conscious parenting. If you don't like us, if you don't like the saying, fuck that. Scratch it. Throw it out.
Right.
Selflessness, though. Like, it got to start to be about somebody other than you.
Right.
Yes. Absolutely.
So
Please say
if
that one more
you
time,
can
brother.
start from there and, you know, pour into those people that you share a household with, you share a family with, and check the results. You will be pleased with the results. So, you know, like we always say, love up on somebody that love up on you, check up on the people that check up on you, pour into the people that pour into you, because that's reciprocation, and do something good for somebody other than yourself, because that's when real character shines through.
Yeah.
Your
You know what I say? Shame.
Yeah, she says that.
Is a painful feeling. It's a painful feeling of humiliation and distress, and it's caused by your consciousness of wrong and foolish behavior. So this fatherless daughter topic that my sister brought to y'all is real. And ladies have been the product of the breakdown and the failure within the family. And they have to sit in that shit sometimes. Acknowledge that you made some foolish decisions. You had some intuitions. You had some reactive delusional demands, because that's pretty much what it is. We get into relationships and we have these demands that are unwarranted and unrealistic. And what man can fulfill that, right? Especially if you are a fatherless daughter, you already feel worthless. So nothing you can do. Any of your efforts that you even try will be unseen, because it's not going to satisfy that emptiness hole that is there, and it will be there forever. And that's the sadness that's going to create a horrible dynamic with our children, because we're pushing them in a way, and it's not their fault. And when relationships break down, I see a lot of women do that because they're hurt. Right? So realistically, the child still needs their father, whether y'all broke up and however it ended. But most women snatch that child completely away from that man. And I've seen it personally. And I even talking with us, being around, and the behavior still happens because the bitterness is there. They can't forgive. It's 5 years later, 8 years later. Yo, it's something unique. Okay. So, you know, we got to be more conscious in our own behavior So reflect on your own stuff and make change as you see do. You know, and during Ramadan is a perfect time because you have to sit in your own stuff and make change for the betterment of not just you, for everybody, for everybody.
Right.
You know.
I think a lot of people don't understand that our life is meant to be a life of service. And if the only person you're serving is yourself, then you're missing the point. You're going to be in service to your children at one day in your life. If you're fortunate enough, you'll be in service to your parents. You may be in service to people that you employ. You may be in service to friends that you accumulate over the years. So trying to sit and make it all about you, you're truly missing the point of what life is truly about and what you need to try to do to become the best version of yourself. And a lot of the times we don't take the time to look in the mirror, to look at that part that's painful. We don't want to pick at that scab because it hurts too damn much. Well, truth be told, the only way that you're going to become that best version of yourself to be a great father, a great husband, a great friend, a great man, a great woman, is to pick at that scab and understand that, yeah, it's going to hurt, but scabs heal. They heal. And you have to get to that point of healing so that you can understand and be the right kind of person, not just be a person, be the right kind of person that people can one day say, you know what? They put in the work. They did what they needed to do. They were a great mother. They were a great father. They were a great person. Sometimes you just really got to put in that work and understand that it ain't always about you. It's usually about the people around you. And those are the people that are going to sing your praises when you're no longer here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well said, y'all.
Yeah. So this was good. I kind of that clip with the ladies, Lord have mercy. Y'all had emotional. That one. Yeah. That one was
They telling on themselves. That's what I'm seeing, sis. Like all
Yes,
of this.
they are.
No.
On
I was
themselves.
talking about one earlier with you, Michelle, and the other ladies talking about the effects of the father. Oh, I ain't talking about them hoes. I ain't thinking about them. No, I was just saying I got emotional with that one, just because I'm on the other side of the spectrum, you know what I mean? So to hear and to kind of feel what the ladies, like me and the ladies were experiencing, it was kind of hard, tugged at my heart, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So fathers, you guys are important. And I know sometimes that there are some cantankerous mothers that will try to keep you away from your kids and fight you every turn you get, but try to find a way. Try to find a way to be present in some way. Let them know that let them know you still love them and you care for them and you're here for them.
Yeah.
Because just those simple words means a lot. You know what I mean? So I had one last clip, and brother, I gotta go fix Mr. Caleb's plea. So I'm gonna play the clip. So we seen all these effects of not having a father. So I think it would be good to end on a good note. What y'all think? Right?
Agree.
What a father looks like. And who better dad to talk about? My dad. OG dad.
OG Pops.
So please enjoy the clip, brother. You can stop it at any point you want to, chime in or whatever, because I gotta go in the kitchen. But everybody, those are new to this side, you Red Lipstick Vibes, especially a lot of the untouchables that are watching whatever. This is OG dad.
Went back and looked at it, and I saw the facial expressions when I talked about my relationship with my father. Mm-hmm. So I can tell where a lot of the contention and shade came from.
So cheat code.
Oh Lord. Okay, go ahead.
Listen to how a woman speaks about the man in her life.
She'll let you know. How you speak about your father lets everybody know you're gonna be a wife. That's all you have to do. It's the cheat code. You get around men, they'll tell you. They'll be like, listen how she talk about her father. Do she hate him? Do she like him? Do she like the uncles? Do she like a brother? You'll find out. You'll find out.
I don't like brothers and uncles, no. But I love my dude though.
The
cheat code though, but that makes sense though. Which I think that makes sense what you just said.
Yeah, but you don't like humans, so it's hard. Yeah, so what do you when we know that OG dad, he's got the heartstrings, but if you say you don't like anybody else, we expect it. Oh, that's so nice. You like us as far as you can throw us, and you can throw us very far because you only know us through a computer screen.
Oh, do you think they were upset because you had a good relationship with your father? Is that... See, I don't understand that because I didn't have... You said it a little bit ago. You said you've seen families who don't grow up with their dads and you grew up with your father. There's a big difference. Unfortunately, like my dad had to leave home because of many things when I was 10 years old. So listening to you and seeing OG dad come up, preach, tell the boys what he got to tell the boys.
There you go. You got some encouraging words for a dance. Daddy, you can't hold on to the mic. You gonna break it.
The encouraging word for the brothers is fathers. Father Days is coming up. Is continuing on being a father, great father, a good father, blessed father, and just do the thing that you're supposed to do. Have a father. And when we are in our place, then the whole family fall in line. That's my encouraging word for y'all tonight. And I want y'all to be blessed, not only on Father Day, but every day that the Lord give you life, that you be the best father you can be. I want to be a good father so I can be bragged on. Hey! That's what I said. Just make it feel good when we are in our place as a man. And I got to tell all the brothers, those that have kids, family, do your responsibility. Take on, you took on responsibility, take care. Take care of your household. And I always believe the man should be the head, go out and provide for the family, and while the wife take care of the home. That's my tribute for the night. What your brother
Sage advice. Sage advice.
I mean, it's not a lot of feeling. It's not a lot of it depends. It's not a lot of we all different. It's not a lot. It's a lot of your responsibility, family, set the tone. Things fall in place when you do what you're supposed to do as a man. So this is why I hear and I talk and I sound and I speak the way I do, because when it comes to the people who we value what they say, they don't speak in these indecisive, it dependsy, fluidy type of dialect.
No.
Not the people I respect, the Stokely Carmichaels, the H-Rap Browns, they don't speak like that.
No.
So I'm not. I apologize if I'm not, the politically correct cup of tea that everyone wants. But OG Pops is an inspiration to me, and he spoke to me as a man. Your responsibility is such. You're expected to do such.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and I, for me as your wife, for even to the point of your behavior dictated my behavior. Your discipline, your being able to de-escalate and be rational and stay in control, that type of thing. Yeah, I wanted that. Yeah, I want some of that. Let me get some of that. I'm like, ugh. At some point it can be a hate because I envy it so much. You know what I mean? In them early years. So that was something to work through. Like I can learn from this man versus like being mad because he's cool, he's disciplined, he's smart, He knows a lot of big words. It was all those things. Like, that's something to work through. So imagine women coming across their match. They say yes to a ring. So how does that good man turn into a bad man, especially after 3 kids? What are you not doing, ma'am? This is where I need women to think. You need to be rational and in control. So if you have a man that's like that, learn from him instead of like throwing it in his face and provoking him and antagonizing him to react. Now he's this unemotional person and he couldn't take, he's a narcissist. He wanted to control me, so I had to leave and get out of here. Like, this is what I see from fatherless daughter. And I could have been very susceptible, but again, I had brothers and my mother had men around. Nobody was perfect, but I had that, and I got to see and I got to hear. Also pre-offended, I was also defensive. So all of these things can be worked through, ladies. Can be worked through, but you have to reflect, you have to see it, you have to know that you are doing that shit when somebody say that you are doing it, and change. Correction is good. Change is the best apology. I'm gonna hit that.
Brother Teddy, what do you think about what OG Pop says so far? Anything in the clip?
You know, the most beautiful thing about it is the fact that he's a matter of fact, and that's just it. It just the matter of fact nature of OG Dad has always been much like what you said, an inspiration to me. You know, it's something that I used to see with my stepfather when my father wasn't around. He was very a matter of fact. He wasn't the touchy feely. Please tell me your feelings. He's basically, what broke, let me fix it. And it was just straight to the point. This is what is expected of a man as a man. It's not what you feel like today. It's not about what you think you should do today. This is what's expected, and this is what you need to be doing. And for me, it's one of those things where being a parent, even though I was never blessed with my own biological children, being a parent was always, it wasn't never a question. Whenever I was with a woman that I called my wife, because I've been married twice, those children are still my children.
Wow.
Those children, I'm still very active in their lives. Those children still run things by me before they make very huge decisions in their life. Number one, because I wasn't just a stepdad, I was a dad. I'm a father, and I'm very proud of that fact. And for the fathers, the men that didn't want to be in those children's lives, hey, I'm sorry for you, because they're beautiful, wonderful kids, and they have a lot they're going to be contributing to this world, which they've already done in many ways. And so that's one of the things like that makes me proud of being a father to those children. So dads out there, understand that your presence is important. Your presence is important. It is needed. It is necessary. And I understand sometimes the people that you made the kids with make it hard. But you have to also understand that at the end of the day, that's still your baby. That's still your responsibility. You're still tethered to that young person. So do whatever you got to do to be the kind of father that they deserve.
That's a fact. Well said. Well said, sir.
Where is your man right now?
Hold on. That's a good one.
Working on mine.
Good question.
You got a husband or boyfriend, and I'm asking you a question. Where is your man?
You on the couch?
Somebody said this man on the couch.
What you say to me?
I'm finna exit now.
You know that commercial come on TV and say, where's your children? I'm asking you, where's your man? What time it is?
The Lord's still working on mine.
I don't know.
Now, the one person answered the question, and he said, this man is on the couch. Now, I want to know where your man at.
I see that. I'm just like, that's a father.
Mm-hmm.
That's dad. And I think And I think growing up, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm a bit of like a crazy little empath at times, but I feel like growing up, that's just the personality Dad had. OG Dad was OG Dad for the block. Whatever it was, that's who he was. So why be upset as a woman, as a married woman who has children? I'm assuming this person has children.
Yeah.
So now you have mom and dad in the home with all your children. Why be upset if another daughter is coming to you saying, the relationship with my dad is beautiful? Why are you upset? See, and I'll never...
We'll be dry hating, child.
Well, they could dry hate somewhere else, because I think that's beautiful. And I've learned a lot just by watching the interaction between you and OG Dad. That's something I didn't have. I had it when my dad was home, but once he was gone, I didn't have that anymore.
Well, I mean, I supported you before this shit. Oh no, my bad. My first time talking to your dad. But shout out to you, sir. God bless you, because you know, it's always awesome to see a good bond between their kids and their parents. And you know, I haven't seen my father in 5 years, and I haven't been able to be in the same room as him. But I know he's out there in Mexico. But I just want to say I appreciate that, man, because much respect to you. Much respect.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, OG Dad. Hi.
How your sister doing? And brothers?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Blessed by
You looking great.
Hey, you know it. Got the beanie in the winning seat. Got the beanie in the winning seat. I want y'all to stir it up tonight. Now, when I go, you know, we are going to be trouble, all right?
We hear you.
A young lady should aspire to have somebody just as great as her dad. And to have talked to her and known her for so long, and the stories that I've heard about you as well as your wife, there's a reason why she is your daughter is an amazing woman. It's not always where we get to see where good stock come from.
Right.
We see it, to listen to it, especially in this kind of situation here, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Your show needs to be so huge where young ladies can see their dad pop in and crack a joke. Can see their dad pop in and enlighten somebody. They need to see that. Young ladies need to see that, because I feel even with our topic that we're talking about, if you respect your dad, if you have love for your dad, you'll make better decisions in your life.
I could definitely appreciate the relationship that you and OG Dad have. You know, that when he comes on the camera, when I hear him, stuff like that, that gives me the sense of home. And I just thank you for just sharing him with us.
Yes.
Like that ass.
I'll say a little bit.
Question for Pops.
Okay.
You said that you treat your wife like a queen, and do you treat your daughters like a princess?
Yes, treat them like a princess, because if you treat your wife good, you got to treat your kids good.
What you trying to say, E Black?
Y'all see how E Black was trying to throw shade? E Black, you trying to throw shade?
You know. Damn.
Stop hating, E Black.
A lot of people, because a lot of people say that you shouldn't treat your daughters like princesses because that spoils them.
No, it's not. You just got to know how far to go.
Right.
You got to know how far to go with everything that you do. You got to know how. You got to have a line draw. When you go on the boundary line, then you messing up. I treat my kids a certain way, and I don't. It's just. I'm not going too far to my way with my kids, because we're getting to step mutual respect. There's a boundary line, and when like my kids now, I try to make sure when I was coming up and raising them up, I was trying to make sure that they had everything that they need, not everything that they want,
right?
But everything that they need. See, a lot of people go out the way to try to get everything that they keep want. No, you can't have that. And then once you speak that word, you can't. Don't try to change it.
Yeah.
You start changing, they're going to change you.
Yes.
And then you're going to mess up. Then you find out why the kids acting like the way they acting up, because of their parents. The parents make the kids acting the way they is. Because the parents is more on the kids' side and acting like the kids the kids and the parents is like buddies.
Any friends instead of
friends and all that. No, I'm the daddy. I'm the mama.
Sis, were we around at this time?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Might have been late night too.
Yeah.
It was a late night.
I remember.
He kicking wicked rhymes like a fortune teller.
Parents.
He is kicking it. Shit. Go ahead, OG Pops. Salute to OG Pop.
Absolutely.
Daddy. I'm the mama. He ain't talking to you like that. I ain't talking to you like that. You can laugh with your kid, you can play with the kid, but there's a certain line you got to draw. Because if you get out of hand, you're going to start having no respect for them.
Yeah.
My kid don't respect me. If you don't have respect for me, you know what? I'll cut them off.
Yep.
You don't be on there in this phone. You don't have no respect for me. And I'll be like, oh, no, hold on. It's just me. My kids can't come to you. But they ain't happy for you. You can't be at a daddy. I'll call you out. You got little boys behind the daddy. Hey, yo, what? Do you not know my name? Huh?
Hey.
You holler my dude. No. I'll leave y'all alone.
Thank you for that wise word. That's Kaya. That's the one to be waking you up.
Kaya.
Hi, how are you, handsome?
I saw you falling in love again, Kaya.
I know. I'm looking at
Y'all come down there. Where you live?
You live in California.
He like, where you live at? Where you go from? Where you go from?
I'm gone.
What's your area code?
Hey, Kaya, you must not know Daddy a pimp now. I might be your stepmama. What you say, Daddy?
You like crawfish?
Wait, hold on, what you say, Daddy? You like crawfish? He said he's gonna get on his jet. Where your dad at? I know.
What happened was
Oh, there she go. Here she go. Hey, Latrice. I got some.
she said, "Let's push it up."
You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
That's too cute. They gonna do trees for you, Daddy. She gonna tweet. You gonna tweet the trees? I can't say. Y'all is crazy. What you say, Daddy?
And he got my hair cut and wait for that piece.
I can't. This is too
much. About the haircut. Oh, wait a minute. Let me give you one. For the haircut. Lord mercy.
This ain't no good.
All right, guys. I hope you all enjoyed that little clip. Just sharing my OG dad with y'all a little bit.
Yeah, OG got a tweet out of her and a twerk. He got a twerk and a tweet. Goddamn it.
Spitting bars.
Shit, you got a haircut too. Ricky told y'all we irresistible when we get them haircuts.
Okay, right.
Them silver foxes.
Yeah, I just wanted to, after viewing all the clips and stuff, and of showing what it looks like not having a father. I just wanted to show that having a father and daughter relationship can be a beautiful thing, and even at an old age, because me and him both got gray hair, okay, and I'm still daddy's little girl, we still rock like that, you know what I mean?
Yes, you are.
So yeah, I just want to share that with y'all, and so those who don't know, that's my OG dad. Last words. Anybody? Teddy, you got any last things? Any updates?
Well, like I said earlier before, make sure y'all show up this Wednesday. We about to have a time, everybody. we're going to see everybody's songwriting skills. We're going to see just how much time and effort they wanted to put into it, what they had on their heart. It's going to be the Music for Love AI versus battle. So they're going to put their song up against the other people. It's going to be 8 contestants. We're going to decide who's going to be the full winner the following week. So make sure you come through and check out these folks' talent, because they them gave me all of their songs when I tell you they got some talent. They wasn't playing no games. So y'all might want to come through and be prepared for me to come out with another fragrance video this week. So just be prepared for that. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Salute to you, Brother Ted. I just picked up some fragrances yesterday. I got me some Polo Red and some Polo Blue. So I'm stacked up, and you know how I am, loyal to my low, 2 L's up. Salute to my guys. Yeah, y'all come through Wednesday, man. Wednesday is gonna be fun. That's gonna be Sophisticated Grizzly Podcast, and it's gonna be fun. We are looking forward to it. And if you guys got time, come over. And the tribe is back to regular tribe activity this week. Not sure what the ladies have planned, but I'm sure they have something good for you guys. And we will be here for you when the sun goes down. And that's our story, and we sticking to it. Fathers are needed and necessary. Shout out to OG Pops. And I'll land my plane with saying, one thing you guys don't realize is that the kids become the parents.
Yes.
You guys that. Sis is very nurturing to her dad. She calls and makes sure that we are able to check on him, and knowing that she has a support system that's near him. But she's very nurturing and cares a lot about him. And we see it with our kids. We stay out past 1 o'clock. They like, where the fuck was y'all?
Okay.
Like we need y'all here in a responsible time, because the same way y'all worry about us, we sit here and we worry about y'all. So go out, do your little 2-step thing, but get y'all grown asses home at a responsible time, and that's coming from your kids. So there's a time where the shit just completely changes. You have to be responsible because your kids are expecting responsible parents that are gonna make it home to them. So shout out to all of y'all, sis. This was great as usual. Awesome, Mrs. Harris, anything to add to that?
Yes, I appreciate the joint stream. We are in practice of Ramadan right now, so well, first couple of days is tough. Just gonna say I didn't have any content to pull because I've been fasting away from being on any devices during the sunlight hours. So we'll regain and get back to regularly scheduled program in a few weeks, but I'll be back Sunday though. So sis, I appreciate you putting this together. It's always good to talk about the men. I'm not shy of
advocating.
No, my testimony of being that and experiencing those things as a young girl and a grown woman. So here we are, and it's just the two dynamics. Me and sis sit across from each other. She has her dad. She says that daddy. You know what I mean? Like I've never been able to express that in my real woman consciousness to call him daddy. I've never said it in your presence, right?
Nope.
You know what I mean? So it's something, and I don't think it's a hole that can be filled ever. So salute to everybody, and I appreciate you, sis, again. And shame Sunday.
We love you, sis.
Yeah.
I will run through the super chat things. If y'all got some on your side, y'all want to go through that. I don't know if they all showed up on this side, brother. I don't know. Take heed for the $2 hippo. Brother gifted 1 membership. Thank you, brother. Take heed with another $2 game controller. Thumbs up. Go. Brother and sis tribe activity $2. 1,000 watts. He gifted 1 membership. Thank you.
Salute, Watts.
Watts came back again with a $3. They don't call them the super chats. What they call them? I forgot.
Super stickers. Super stickers.
Sticker. Sis came in with the $5 super chat. Salute to my pops too. Sweet daddy's girl.
Sweet pops.
Man, love that sugar.
And Sea Breezy came through and said, "Hey,
Hey, yo, hey there. I'll read it. Hey there, short. dark and lovely. I hope you have been having a blessed day so far. Grand Rising Queen.
Oh my God. $2.
Shame Lady was cooking.
Brother came back with the $2 salute to our sister, and Ty Shotta King with the $10. He ain't say nothing. He just said, "Thank you guys. I gotta play my little
salute.
Getting to the money. Everybody mad. I got all this money on my motherfucking mind. Diamonds on my dial. I can't even see the time. All I know is blood, Crips, Pyro. Everybody mad.
I get so tickled when I see that man do that.
No, when he say that Paru, it's lit.
I know, right? That when he get to that point.
Just for that part, I'm a gang member. When he's after that, I lay my flag down. I'm done.
He be getting into it too much though. I don't know. I gotta question him. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Boy, I'm glad I got it out because I tell you, boy, whew, Lord. So now, make sure you guys remember next Monday will be the next installment of the what I call it? What do I call it? Oh yeah, the next installment of the Mommy Dearest miniseries. Make sure y'all tune in so y'all can find out what syndrome are we going to talk about the following week rather. And please keep in mind that Autism Awareness Month is in April, and here on Red Lipstick Vibes, we celebrate a whole week of information and resources given, talks, and tools that you can use. April 14th to the 21st. So please keep that in mind. Keep on the lookout for the list of content that we will be dishing out. Having said that, y'all know what I'm going to do.
As soon as the show over, he do like this. Well, I'm ready to go. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no.